All right.
Is there an intro in there? I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Let's do one for safety.
Okay. Blah 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 blah. I'm a little monkey and I do a dance. Everybody throw your hard-earned dollars at me. Doing my silly little dance. Is that good enough?
I hope the compressor doesn't stop the sound of me sipping up this bubbly drink.
I hope it fucking does.
Okay, yeah, well, fuck you too. Hi, everyone.
Wah! Wah!
Jump scared you this time.
Coming at you real hot.
Real hot.
Yeah.
That would be real funny if I cut the intro, like the music right then and then you just said, jump scared you.
Start it up again.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
And you want to know what's even funnier is that I'm not going to do that because that's work.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to
A podcast will save this relationship. I'm Sarah, she, her.
I'm Josh, he, him.
Yeah.
That's point to Sarah for those of you counting at home.
Nice. I let you go 2 weeks doing it, too.
Wow.
Yeah,
damn,
this is not an equal trade-off.
Wow.
I thought you were going to let me do it, and then you cut me off last week. I mean, 3 days ago. I mean, last week. You cut me off,
No
and I
one will
was
know
like,
when we record.
You can go back on the fucking YouTube and watch my face, or I was like, saboteur? I thought we had a deal.
You guys can use our hot new playlist where it's all the full episodes to keep track of.
Do we have a playlist, actually?
Actually, yeah, because
cool.
now that we're going to switch over to doing clips and shorts, like, what is it?
Gotta organize, yeah.
Yeah, we got to organize it now.
Yep.
Sadly. Upsettingly, I have to actually give a shit
What's a mood?
about our podcast. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing good, man. I just watched a good Sarah Z video, but first we're going to talk about Love is Blind reunion. That's the docket for today.
I'm also doing good.
Yeah, good, I guess.
So, okay, so we were going to talk about
Love is Blind season 2.
Spoiler alert. It's been 2 weeks since we've recorded.
And since we watched that
and
show.
it'll be 3 weeks since...
There's a bunch of crazy... I've been watching Dr. Kirk Honda from Psychology in Seattle react to Love is Blind season 2.
Yeah.
There's a lot more crazy shit.
Really?
That happened that I forgot. Oh, like fucking like Iana telling Jarrett that he can't have exes. Like, be friends with his exes.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
And, like, fucking Sal and Mallory doing their thing and not really, like, being compatible at all. And then fucking Mallory talking to Jarrett.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Completely forgot about that, all because of the fucking Shane and Natalie situation at the end and the DD and Shake situation.
Yeah, the fucking
because that shit is insane to me.
That's insane to me. And then also like just learning after the fact that like Shane is just coked up like every fucking
well, allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly. Okay, sorry, allegedly.
A lot of coke users are like, yep. But there's nobody is confirmed that he's on coke.
I mean, I don't know. You know, it's Hollywood, baby. It's fucking...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. But I mean, yeah, no, like, it's really, yeah, I don't remember shit from season 2 or season 1. And it was really hard trying to remember.
Season 1? I don't remember crap
I don't remember
from
anything
anymore.
And it was like, 3 weeks ago, I was like, no, I don't fucking... It was even hard to remember 3 weeks ago. Having almost a month between watching Love is Blind. Don't get me wrong, I'm a lot happier because of it. But I really don't remember shit. I do remember the reunion a little bit. I think reunion was actually like...
Reunion was fucking wild.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why. Because like fucking...
Yeah.
To compact, what is it, 8 hours into 1 hour really helps Love is Blind.
Yeah.
And my brain from not wanting to like info dump, Yeah,
I feel that.
But like where do we start with the reunion?
I just want to talk about Shake. That's all I want to talk about.
That's all you want to talk about?
That's all I want to talk about.
Okay.
The reunion, nothing fucking matters other than Shake being an absolute piece of shit, dipshit. Bro, oh my God. And I liked Shake, actually. I feel like weirdly gotten like the wool pulled over my eyes.
I mean,
because
I think there's
he
like
fucking sucked in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He was terrible. Like he fucking was just asking women about their weight and their age and whatever. And then he started talking to Deep D, and then Deep D was like, that's really superficial. And it comes off really badly, and that's why you don't get any dates, dumbass.
Yeah, literally.
And then he like pulls a 180 out of his little asshole dick.
But does he really pull a 180?
It's a lie.
That's what I think about rewatching afterward, is that like it kind of comes off more apparent that he was just
fucking lying.
And like it should have been more obvious. I feel like an idiot in hindsight, because it's like,
that's exactly how I feel.
Literally like going through it and still having like that thought of like what is it like, why is he still talking about her being his aunt?
Well, he's
this is 5 episodes in after they got proposed. Why are we still doing this?
So after she says that she lost 80 pounds or whatever and is like traumatized but from being 80 pounds heavier than whatever she was, which she was like the thing that also gets me about Deep D is perfect.
Yeah.
Like Deep D should have no insecurities, but it literally is
no,
like,
but then, you got Shake coming in.
Well, it's just an example of our society that this beautiful, gorgeous woman, Angel, has to be insecure about anything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fucking weird. Yeah. I don't know. Like she's so goddamn smart and gorgeous, whatever. And then so then she tells Shake right in the beginning. I rewatched this today. She's telling him like, hey, when you asked me if you could pick me up on your shoulders at a festival, that really fucked with me because I used to be 80 pounds heavier and blah blah blah. And then Shake turns around and says, I used to be a chubby kid too, and I guess this is just my internal insecurities like manifesting. And then he has like a little like moment where he's supposed to like be like, oh shit, I didn't realize I'm projecting these insecurities onto women. And then like you go to the reunion and he's just like, nah, I meant all that shit. I just wanted a thin fucking bitch I could fuck, motherfucker. And it's like, did you just lie?
Did you lie
about that?
Yeah, or I wonder if like he thought for a moment that the experiment would actually work.
I don't think he ever did.
Maybe not, honestly. And I wonder if that's like why. I wonder if he just never gave a shit from the beginning too, and just wanted to be the bad guy.
Well, he didn't try to be the bad guy.
He just
really
was.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, but
he was like behind the scenes. He was the bad guy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But then he tried to be like, I'm gonna fight for this relationship. Like he really tried throughout the season to be like a good guy. But then he was like, yeah, I'm just not attracted to her. Like I feel like he just had a problem with the show. Got on the show to get pussy and get famous, and then tried to break the show because he doesn't like the message of the show.
Maybe. I have no idea, honestly. I mean, because like he's a fucking
loose cannon, bro.
A loose cannon, and also narcissist too.
Absolutely.
Like, and that's like why I wonder if he just played it up just to not to be the bad guy, but to make sure that he got screen time.
Yeah. Yeah, he absolutely just it, and that was like the most revealing thing on the reunion is that he wouldn't shut the fuck up.
He wouldn't shut the fuck up about like the viewers at home. Like, oh, that's what the people want. That's what
that's what you guys want.
They want the dirty laundry. That's what you guys want, right?
Like he was the only one thinking about the audience, really.
That this is a show, yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, we all love a good meta-analysis of the genre, but
yeah, it was just very strange. Like I've never seen that. And then fucking Nick Lachey and whatever Vanessa Lachey like tells him to fuck off.
Yeah, and like even people that like you were supposed like not really like supposed to be like rooting for, I guess, like most of the guys that were like kind of that were perceived as crazy during the
like
show.
Fucking Shane was like.
No, dude, yeah, it's not right.
Yeah, like Shane was like...
Even when Shane is like fucking...
Bro, shut the fuck up. You know, like, dude, shut up.
You
like,
know
you're being an asshole.
It's weird that Shane comes up looking...
Yeah, I'm like, I feel bad. Like, at some point, Shake during the reunion tells Shane to shut up. And, like, touches him and shit. And I would be like, yo, if I was Shane, I would punch him right now.
Honestly, yeah.
And it would be okay.
No one would give a shit.
Nobody would care. It's just like fucking. And then like, everybody's like fucking freaking out. And Deep D is just laughing.
Mm.
And I saw an analysis of this by Jarvis Johnson, where fucking it kind of seems like everybody is just now realizing what it's like to deal with Shake, and that's why they're all so upset. And Deep D is laughing because she's watching everybody else realize what she's been dealing with for months.
Jesus, that's kind of
that's fucking
honestly
awesome.
though, yeah,
that's really good TV.
Honestly, yeah.
If anything, it's good TV.
Yeah, it is good TV. Not gonna lie, but like, holy fuck, man.
I know.
God. Oh yeah, he hit on fucking Vanessa Lachey, right?
Yeah.
That was so fucking.
People were like, I thought Nick Lachey was gonna beat the shit out of it.
It looked like it. It looked like it.
It did look like that. And like he just is talking shit about other people's relationships, like Mallory and Sal. He like got in the middle of their shit.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Oh my god,
It's just like weird. Like why, dude?
And then like the two married couples are doing whatever they can to be like, guys, that's not how a relationship works, Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
It's so weird. That was a weird experience.
Yeah, he was a fucking weirdo, and apparently he said like a really shitty things off camera.
Yeah,
about what's her face, about Deep D.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like he said worse shit.
Odd,
but it's a testament to the guy's character that the two that he told that he didn't want to fuck her or whatever, or just talking shit about her appearance, just so fucked up, that they immediately went to Deep D and was like, don't marry him.
Yeah,
he's an asshole.
Yeah,
he said this about you and this and this and this.
And yeah, you're gonna be better off not being in a relationship with this man.
Yeah, and now Deep D's dating Kyle.
Oh, is that actually like for?
Yeah, it's for real.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're on TikTok together.
Oh,
it's cute.
Honestly, yeah, kind of good for Kyle too, despite.
Yeah, Kyle went through a really shitty scenario with Shayna.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Which I also didn't realize during that breakup, like after she broke up with Kyle because she said it was about religion. She told him it was about religion. Then immediately after there was a confessional where she said she was still in love with Shane.
Yeah.
And that was why.
That was, yeah.
And then so she just kept lying to Kyle, which to me is funny because going back to the reunion, Kyle was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
I saw your fucking thing.
I saw your shit, yeah.
You lied to me.
Literally.
You had my mother's wedding ring on and you were lying to me while you were in love with another man. You lied to me that you didn't want to be in this relationship because of religion, which is fucking stupid.
Honestly, yeah.
And she was like, no, it was because of religion. It's like,
I will say, not gonna lie though,
you're fucking lying, bitch.
I do remember the one time when Kyle met Shayna's whole family, and it was just like the most uncomfortable I've ever.
And I watched that again today too. I pretty much just watched
rewatched it with the
Kirk Honda. Yeah. Fucking you know what they say? They say we could always just hang out with us. Go dirt biking. Playing outside, being an American. And then he goes, yeah. Like Kyle just goes like, yeah. And then he goes, you a godly man? Like immediately. And it's such a wacky edit because the music stops.
Oh, of course. You gotta stop the music.
Yeah. And then Kyle goes,
about to get real.
Just about to get fucking real.
Yeah.
And then Kyle goes, my sweet baby atheist boy Kyle goes, I don't know what that is.
And then sunglasses down, skateboard out.
Fuck. That's funny as fuck.
That is pretty funny. God damn. Yeah, what a show.
What a show.
Yeah.
What a season.
What a
actually.
Season. Yeah.
And now Kyle's hanging out with all the bitches on his TikTok. Everybody, all the ladies. And I mean bitches in the like positive sense.
Bitches and hoes.
All my bitches.
Nice. Good for him.
Yeah, man.
Atheists represent, you know what I'm saying?
Atheists represent.
Actually, that's all for you. I'm agnostic. I forget.
Yeah. You forget your own religion.
Yeah. I think about it so little.
I don't give a shit about it.
I don't give a fuck.
I do feel for Kyle though, because fucking, you know, he went to that. I understand where he's at with religion, where like it doesn't matter to him, whoever he's dating, whatever religion they are, he's gonna do the he's gonna do the like whoop-de-doos and the parties and wear the stupid hats or and read from the books or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't really give a shit because that's not what his life is centered around.
No,
but then but then a religious person is like, you're gonna be wearing the hat, but you won't actually mean it when you wear the hat, and that freaks them out or whatever.
Have you ever gone to a wedding to a person whose religion didn't match yours?
Yeah.
You still get on the fucking, you know.
But I don't, they're just that type of like fundamental Christian.
God.
Like Shayna is right. It would cause a problem with her family. Yeah.
But also, like, I'm willing to bet it would also cause a problem with fucking Shane too.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Well, I'm like, is Shane a godly man? Is Shane a fucking Christian? He does coke, probably.
Yeah.
Like, I
think he can get away with doing the Kyle thing of like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Right. Like, he could have, because Shayna was like, that's the cock I want to jump on, you know?
Maybe. I don't know, but
it's so stupid.
God. Yeah, what a weird show.
And speaking of Dr. Kirk Honda, there's a really funny moment where Shayna and Kyle have this moment where they're trying to figure out if they should go forward with their relationship, but they haven't met each other's family yet. And Shayna goes, I don't know if I want to be with Kyle. Like, I'm in love with Shane, but I like the way Kyle makes me feel. And like, it was just so shitty. You shouldn't accept a proposal if you just like the way that, you know.
Yeah. But
I guess she means like, I like the way that he makes me feel, and that could grow into something. So we can figure it out. And Dr. Kirk Honda paused it and was talking about that whole scenario where it's like how he makes you feel is kind of bullshit, and then played it again. And she goes, so the next step, I guess, is for him to meet my family to see. And then he paused it again and he goes, yeah, that's not what I would recommend. And he says shit like fucking, yeah, I would recommend like talking to him, seeing if you like him. I don't know, maybe make out with him or something, because they didn't make out.
Oh, really?
They didn't even have any sex or anything. And they're like trying to figure out if they're compatible by meeting her parents.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What?
Jesus, that's wild.
I just think it's so funny. See this sweet old psychiatrist man be like, make out with Kyle.
Make out with Kyle.
It's just make out with Kyle.
Maybe I would prefer giving a little kiss.
To Kyle.
To Kyle, yeah. And
I just think it's so
and then
silly.
and see where it goes from there. That's my impression. That's my
of Dr. Kirk Honda.
Yes. I'll get it down if I watch more of his videos. Don't worry.
I'm gonna make you watch more of his videos. He's great.
Well, let me through the fucking Sarah Zed video first. And
then
we'll
I'm gonna do that.
But yeah, go watch Love Is Blind Season 2.
Go watch Love Is Blind Season 2.
I don't remember any of it, and that's why I recommend it.
Honestly, that does make a good reality television. Like, remember when they used to say...
You don't want to miss this.
No, remember when they used to say, oh, reality TV, that's junk food. It's going to rot your brain or whatever. This one doesn't, because you forget it immediately after.
You literally forget it.
So it's good. It's like free. It's like 0 calories.
Yeah.
Junk food.
It's Coke Zero.
Yeah, it's a Coke Zero of reality TV.
Zero of reality TV.
Oh.
Still has carcinogens in it, though, so I mean...
Yeah, it's not the best.
It's not great. I mean, you should drink water, but...
Yeah.
No calories.
Got cornstarch in it.
Yeah. Speaking of cornstarch.
Sarah Zed. I want to put it out there.
Meta-analysis.
I want to put it out there because we're famous enough now, I think, that if I put it out there into the universe...
Oh, you think that we'll get something back?
Someday, I think this will happen.
Okay.
And I really do hope it does. This is a formal invitation.
This is not formal at all. Sarah, there's a toilet roll right next to you. With a mask in it? Wait.
Really? What? There's a mask in there? Oh my God. That's gross. Josh, you're ruining my chances, all right?
Sorry, what about this huge crush you have on Sarah Zed?
Listen, it's not a crush. All right, I have to be completely honest because I am pansexual. This is not a crush.
Okay.
But it is a friend crush. I want to be friends with Sarah Zed.
That's what you want? That's what you want?
Really badly. I think she's the best. I think she's the smartest woman on the internet. Smartest person on the internet.
Damn.
And I enjoy her content a lot. And I like her. And I can imagine sitting around talking about stuff.
That's fair. That's fair.
It would be really nice to be friends.
And this is
and I don't mean this in a creepy way, and nobody should construe this into a creepy way at all. I just want to be friends.
Josh, in post, just do a very slow zoom onto Sarah while she says all of that.
Josh, in post, get the awooga from Turning Red and cut that in there.
You got it. Yeah, I
got
gotcha.
So we can get striked by Pixar.
Right, and if we're going to do formal things, we are, just in general, we're open for collaboration.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always down for video essay collaborations or
that'd be cool.
Doing segments. Drew Gooden, that's mine. There you go.
You want Drew Gooden?
Not as a friend, just as a fucking partner. As a fucking creative content partner for purposes of mass consumption of commentary. Eddie Burback.
Oh yeah, Eddie Burback.
I was close enough to his old partner.
That's probably why he's staying away, not gonna lie. That's honestly, the only reason. Yeah. Not that he doesn't know who the fuck we are.
Eddie Burback, you actually get to see what Sarah's actual life is like, thankfully. Through that camera.
But no, Sarah Zed made a video about West Elm Caleb.
You keep saying that name and I can't think of who that is.
Well, it was one of the many dog piles on TikTok that was happening for a while.
Was that the one we were talking about recently?
No.
Okay, so that
is a different one.
Okay, all right.
That one is like 5 times removed from the dog piles that have happened on TikTok.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And I guess that's the point of the video, is like, this is now a trend that happens. So West Elm Caleb was a guy who a lady on TikTok did like relatable stories, kind of like what we do.
Yeah.
And she was telling like dating stories or whatever, and she talked about this guy that she went on dates with who eventually ghosted her, and then basically a bunch of other women who were also in New York and were also dating on the same dating app realized they had dated this exact same man.
Oh,
many of them.
I think I know what you're talking about now.
Yes. Now this escalated to the point where people got him fired from his job, or people were contacting his job, and companies started jumping on the bandwagon, and one took out a billboard ad calling his bio a red flag.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, this fucking guy. This dude.
This fucking guy.
And now I also remember, this wasn't in the video, but I also remember from the time that guys named Caleb who were in the area were getting doxxed at the time, even if they weren't that guy.
Yeah, you're right. I do kind of remember this now. Yeah.
It was actually fucking crazy. Like, I think it was one of the first times that it blew up, and then there was like Couch Guy, where people just decided that this girl's boyfriend wasn't excited enough to see her.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And they turned it into him cheating.
Yeah.
Which like doesn't make any sense. And then there was sadly a trans woman who was dancing in her basement, and people just decided, because she's trans, that she was a serial killer and started harassing her videos.
Christ.
Yeah, it's like, and it happens a lot. I think it's happening now with the Chelsea and Lance thing, but it's like triple, quadruple, 8 times as bad, because they were already big names on TikTok anyway. And now they're blowing up because they have drama.
Yeah.
But now it's like multiple angles that people are dogpiling on, and it's like already that situation is so complicated that I don't even have time to explain it.
Yeah.
But like, so this West Elm Caleb guy, this video by Sarah Zed was mostly about like, it's something that itches my brain a lot, and it has been for like straight up maybe 10 years.
Really?
I think about this all the time. And I've thought about this like increasingly. I think about how America is very polarizing, and it's gotten very polarizing.
Yeah, that's true.
In the past couple of years. And, you know, since growing up, I mostly grew up with George Bush and then Obama. I wonder, has it always been like this? What are the changes? What are the cultural shifts that cause America to be like this? And I, you know, think about like the cultural overarching, like, you know, how our media impacts us. That's why I have a very large interest in media analysis, because I think that's a very interesting way that it manifests itself on the way our culture is expressing itself.
Yeah.
I think that's very interesting. And I think of it less of like, this one individual genius is making his manifesto that will describe all the problems of humanity. I think of it more as just like, art is constant, art is constantly happening, and it's organic, and it's a thing that is responding to a series of events, you know?
Yeah.
And that, I guess that's where my conspiracy brain, like, you know, if I was stupider, I would believe in flat earth or something.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But instead I just think about how everything, it goes back to 9/11 and the Holocaust and everything.
Yeah, I get that.
You know? So that's why this video is fucking awesome, is because that's what this video is about. But it describes the processes of the group. In philosophy, there's this gigantic idea, one of the bigger ideas, and it's the individual versus the group in a culture. And in America, we have a very individualized culture.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Where we make like individuals think, ooh, what's the best for me? What's the best for what's going to make me feel good? What's going to make me look good? What's going to make me have higher social status so that I'm better, so that I'm a better person? I need to think about self-actualization and all of these things. I need the best job. I need the best clothes, blah, 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 because it's better for companies to
exploit,
basically.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't always happen, though, in cultures. Like, fucking sometimes cultures going through war, especially in older times, cultures going through war will group together and look at each other and decide, like, you know, World War II, I'm going to, you know, ration food. I'm going to take a hit on what I feed my children because I know that there are people out there fighting for my freedom. Yeah. And that's more of a group-centered philosophy of living.
Yeah.
Now, what I think is interesting is this video talks about the responsibilities and the actions of the internet, which is described as a group. But what's interesting about that is they're individuals participating in group actions. Because, you know, we all think of ourselves as individuals. We get on TikTok, we hear a thing, we want to talk about that thing.
Yeah.
But as we're doing that, we're participating in like a group action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, say there's this guy, somebody says, this guy's a fucking pedophile. Fucking this guy's a pedophile murderer. And then everybody's like, whoa, he's a pedophile. You see that and you decide, I'm going to make a video on this pedophile murderer. You do that. You and one other person have made videos about this pedophile murderer. You're now a group.
Yeah.
And you can now inspire many, many, many other people to make videos.
Join the group and
comment and give their opinions on this pedophile murderer.
Yeah.
And now companies will come in and make statements based on the pedophile murderer.
Yeah, because then...
Yeah.
Huh.
And Sarah Zed does a beautiful job of describing, you know, this is sort of like vigilante justice. And like, how does one determine what is... How does one determine who's the person to like string up and tar and feather? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like we live in like that very like what is it like just what's it called? Fucking reactionary times, you know?
Yeah. It's like, why are we reactionary is the video, you know?
Yeah.
And I just think that's fucking, it describes so many instances and how it relates to so many things, like, you know, like surveillance, for instance.
Yeah, I was literally thinking about that, how like,
yeah.
What is it? Like, while you're talking about that and how it, was it 2001, 9/11 happens, right?
Yeah.
And then fucking,
Patriot Act
happens, right? And that was, you know, using fucking phone lines, using
right
intercommunication through that way.
But
this was before the time of like even Facebook, and then Facebook grows,
right, and then iPhones,
and now you have tracking devices on every single person.
And worse yet, we have cameras in our pockets.
You have tracking devices. You have cameras in every pocket. We're
now surveilling each other.
Yeah. We don't even. The government has a lot less work that it needs to do to.
Right. Like, you know, we just do those things now. And I guess that was sort of the point. It's like, do you want to grow up in a society where if you act, you know, how somebody else might think it's weird, like Couch Guy, where he's quote unquote not excited or whatever, he didn't act excited enough, that you could become a public laughingstock.
You can become a public laughingstock, and also the tool for a company to sell churros.
Right. It's you're like being thrust upon into celebrity because you were weird.
You were a wacky guy for 0.3 seconds.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's severely fucked up. But it's interesting because these things happen, and then we just kind of go like, yeah, that happened. Damn, that was fucked up. And then we do it again. Like, we've done it like a lot.
Well, I mean, I think we've done it since like even the beginning of like memes, you know, like think about like Bad Luck Brian, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Where a guy has one bad yearbook photo.
Yeah.
And for 5+ years, we put impact font over and under his head.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
I worried because I knew I was a weird kid. And I also grew up in, this speaks to me specifically, I grew up in narcissistic abuse where I was told, you're weird, you know, you do things weird or you do things blah, blah, blah. And I was always trying to be quote unquote perfect. I thought I could go outside and be myself and be on the internet. I was terrified of that as a teenager. And that was something that I ultimately tried to avoid by not being on the internet as much, like not posting on the internet anything.
Yeah, I get that. Fucking I think about a lot of like I was like a pretty big, like when I turned 13, I got Instagram, Facebook, all that shit, even pre-13, you know? And like I remember like being in high school and having shit that I posted be used against me, you know, like,
oh yeah, you did deal with that, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like fucking, which I mean, you know, and I'm thinking right now about the actual, like, I got, what was it called? I think I got called a bitch ass albino baked potato or something like that.
Oh yeah,
so I was just like bullied, but like it wasn't like bullying that I was aware of unless it was told to me, you know.
It was like behind your back?
Yeah, pretty much.
God, that's fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, like even having like, I guess the internet has just allowed that to happen on a much grander scale, you know?
Yeah.
Where what our idea of like memes is happening in group messages across the country, you know?
Yeah, you know.
And it's micro memes. It's micro fucking...
But it's macro. That's
it is also
thing.
macro. Yeah, that's the thing.
We don't realize. We think that it's micro. We think that it's between ourselves. But it's in reality, between ourselves with everyone.
Yeah, it's between ourselves. And not only that, like one person leaks one image. And it has the potential, because we don't know how these fucking algorithms work. You know, the algorithm doesn't give a shit if you're... some low life and bumfuck nowhere, you know. It just matters. Oh, how many seconds did someone watch this? Did they leave a like? Did they?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's sort of like another point that Sarah Zed makes is the women that, you know, dated West Elm Caleb all happened to see the videos on West Elm Caleb. And that's not a coincidence. That's the algorithm working to know this person is going to like this video and watch this video, and it's going to make money for TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
So
it's ridiculous. That's interesting to me because like that's like, what is it? It's weird. I think when it comes to like YouTube and podcasting and even like music, there is a bit of like, I mean, still people put like, their personal shit on YouTube and it has a chance to go viral,
Yeah.
I think TikTok and Instagram are both in these very weird middle grounds between being a YouTube where it's purely content creation, and Facebook where it's like, even Facebook has the content creation, but you have to like specifically make a page, or you have to actually click buttons to have your shit be public.
Yeah.
And then, but like TikTok and Instagram are feeds, and feeds are meant to be automated, and like you keep scrolling, you keep getting shit. Yeah. And TikTok is like especially worse, and so is Instagram, but TikTok is especially worse when it comes to like the money making too. Yeah, because it doesn't. They also realize, like, there was like that conspiracy theory a while ago that if you got into the creator fund and you were actually supposed to be paid out by TikTok because you wanted to make content creating your living, they would actually reduce your views because they didn't want to pay out. And then then when that happens, and there's a bias against people who want to make money, that could potentially make people who have more private TikToks elevated over the people that want to.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know how true that is, but I wouldn't be surprised if that were real. That would, I bet, inevitably make a culture in which people get fucked over. Honestly, with personal TikToks.
I've had to stop watching TikToks that are like 10 likes now because I get them a lot. I get a lot of just like somebody's very personal TikTok.
That's the thing too, is that like, because it's a never ending stream, it has to find something. Yeah.
And I guess it's because I scroll a lot. Probably.
Yeah, if you scroll a lot and it doesn't realize what you want, it's just going to throw caution to the wind too.
And I kind of feel like, do you remember that website where it would like go through like satellite TVs?
Maybe.
There was a website.
Well, that actually reminds me.
I don't know if it still exists. It probably does still exist, where it would just hack into anybody's satellite TV and you would just randomly watch what's on somebody's fucking surveillance TV.
That's weird. Well, that actually reminds me of another website that's based off of YouTube, and it's videos that have 0 views.
Oh, interesting.
And then it picks up videos that only have 0 views, which are, billions of those. Yeah. But then those also have more of a chance of being actual private videos that are just meant for like 1 or 2 people. So it's really just weird.
It's pretty strange, but I mean, so in the video, no, it's okay. It's interesting. It's an interesting conversation, which is why I wanted to have it. Yeah. Fucking in the video, it's talking about how like, okay, so if there is this thing where if you go outside and you are weird and you might end up on the internet and become a meme, it's sort of like a societal social check of you're not allowed to be weird. Huh. You know? And so therefore we're all constantly surveilling each other while everything that we post is being surveilled. And there's something that I'm not going to explain well. But there is a theory where, if you let somebody be policed for as long as possible, they're going to end up policing themselves.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that the whole point of what's that experiment?
That's probably the thing that I'm thinking of.
The Stanford experiment where...
No, that was just... that was an authority thing. The Stanford prison experiment was like, if fucking you take away a bunch of everybody's like idea of authority, or you make the... if you make the guards the prisoners and the prisoners the guards, you're gonna see what let's see what wacky shit happens. And it turned into absolute totalitarian rule.
Never mind that.
Because the guards didn't like being prisoners, and the prisoners had a lot of power and enjoyed it, and exerted it over the prisoners.
No, that experiment was they just got a bunch of random people, assigned them the role of prison and the role of guard. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about something else maybe, or just made something up. But yeah. Fucking yeah.
Every experiment is when you switch to social groups.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what everything is.
Or I'm wrong. I don't fucking know, guys.
I don't fucking know, man. I know I researched that in like a college class, but I don't remember anything about it.
I wonder. We're just mixing things up here. Continue.
I don't know. But yeah, I think it's called like an opticon. Is the idea of it was like a watchtower that could surveil every prison cell at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you can only see the tower and not any other prisoner.
Right.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So everybody just knew that they would be watched, but they didn't know when they would be watched. So basically it's like they would, if for fear of doing something bad, instead of while, you know, just the chance that they might be watched while they're doing something bad, they didn't do anything bad because they could be watched at any time. It's sort of a similar thing, kind of.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
But just socially, which I think is just interesting. And it's like, that's, you know, it kind of explains why everything is so binary. When we get into these dogpiling arguments, it's like there's one wave of, look at this guy, haha, what a little dummy, fuck that guy. And then there's another wave of, we shouldn't have called him a dummy. You know, like there's these very interesting, and I guess I've been on the internet for long enough to think like, what are we ever doing any good for society by doing this? Why do we keep doing this? What is the purpose of it? And it really just kind of shows that like humanity just have a little gremlin part of ourselves that we like seeing people fail. Even when they're bad, even when they do bad things. Sometimes they don't even do bad things.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And that's the terrible part, is sometimes we just prop up a guy and light them on fire and they haven't done anything wrong. But then sometimes they do something wrong, but we still light them on fire, and that's still not right.
The punishment far outweighs the crime.
Right.
You know?
And the entire time I was watching this video, the entire time I was like, I've never felt right dogpiling on anyone.
Yeah, that's...
And it gets to the end and the big reveal is like, it really shouldn't matter if they did a crime or not. Nobody really deserves this humiliation. And I'm like, that's exactly how I've felt my entire life, is I don't want to humiliate anyone. For me, I don't want to be a person who humiliates somebody.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just like a weird, sick feeling you get when you do, you know?
Right. And that's why I just kind of try to not. And then I started thinking about our podcast, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
that's all that matters.
Well, I'm like, so we get these stories and we identify a bad guy and we identify a good guy. You know what I'm saying? We basically do the same thing, but on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
And it has the potential of getting bigger. And I guess that's why when we do our TikToks that have Reddit posts that aren't listener stories, we tell people not to go to the post because we don't want it to turn into a big, let's all harass this guy.
Yeah, because no, fucking, that's not, they don't deserve to be harassed.
Even if they're a fuckhead criminal.
Yeah, like, that's like the weird.
That's
like,
not for us to decide. Send them to the police.
Yeah.
You know, that's not for the internet at that point.
Job. Yeah, like and that's like the weird line we toe, is that we've also, because it feels like sometimes, and it definitely feels like we've given ourselves, by putting a camera down, putting a microphone in front of us. Yeah, we've given ourselves not necessarily like a badge, but like a little piece of paper that says we know what we're doing. Right, and we don't. Yeah, we don't. No, and like, but I guess. The thing that sucks is that you start off not knowing what you're doing. If you wanted to have a career where you do something similar to what we do, you start off not knowing what you're doing. Yeah. Slowly realize the ramifications of what you're doing. Right. Well, and that's part of the sort of iconoclast situation that happens that I was talking to you earlier about. Yeah. Where, you know, we take a guy, we string him up in the public square. That guy has now become an icon. And it's sort of like what happened with West Elm Caleb was a bunch of women decided to be shitty to West Elm Caleb or West Elm Caleb types. Yeah. Because they've gone through personal issues similar to West Elm Caleb.
and were sort of projecting what happened to them and made West Elm Caleb into a movement. Like he was the poster child for shitty guys that ghost you on apps. And that was why this anti-West Elm Caleb movement was important to feminism. And it's like, he's a guy.
He's just some guy.
He's a boy getting pussy in New York. Like, he's just a boy.
Like,
it's not that big a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that also reminds me of how algorithms work too, because algorithms will always have a bias towards locality too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just a staple that onto what I said earlier. But no, yeah, fucking
yeah, man.
Yeah, and especially in a place like New York,
right?
You have 7 million people,
billions and billions of people.
All of them,
maybe not billions, maybe millions.
I'm sorry, Sarah. 7 billion people. Yes,
2 of them live in New York. 2 billion people live in New York.
God, but no, fucking no. I get it though. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's like fucking. But then you take West Elm Caleb, you turn him into an icon. You fundamentally, and this is in the video, you fundamentally dehumanize him.
Yeah.
And you do that with any person that becomes an icon, like a famous person, a fucking politician, anyone. So, you know, I guess I was thinking like, with our podcast, we're not, I don't think of us as quote unquote famous yet, but like.
Cut to 3 minutes from now when I look at the numbers.
But we have a large following on TikTok for me.
It's a fucking huge.
Yeah,
it's
crazy. To me, I can't imagine that many people in a room, you know? But to me, it's when
you get close to reaching the limit of like Disney of even one theme park, that's too many people.
That's a good amount of people.
If we could fit literally every single person into a theme park that we've had so far,
none of those people, I have to remind myself, because I mean, we're just sacks of meat with water and blood, you know, that I am just
blood
a
is
sack.
made up of water too, so like even more water.
I know, a lot of water in there. Fucking, I gotta remind myself, I am just a sack of meat of water and blood.
And then there's a bunch of other. Everyone we walk by is also just sack of meat, blood, water. Yeah,
you can't let yourself get that, you know.
Yeah.
But I also have to realize that the dehumanization is going to happen, and that I guess is something that I've always said I'd never want to be famous. I never want that, and I guess that's why. Is I feared the dehumanization, but now that I know that it is going to happen and it will happen. I will be an icon that is being dehumanized, and people are going to see me and they're going to hear what I say, and they're going to not like it for one reason or another. And at some point I won't have the time to respond.
Yeah.
To every single person who doesn't like what I say and explain to them why I said what I said, or tell them to go fuck themselves. Fucking, you know, it doesn't matter. I will always still have my humanity for myself.
That's the thing, and I think that's like the weird. Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? I mean,
we literally. I guess it's good to know before you get into this business, because then you don't give away your humanity to your audience.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think, and this is the thing, because I've always had this in the back of my head. I think, like I've known since day one.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, I'm gonna sign up even for like film production classes, right?
Yeah.
Like at some point. The idea of me is going to be larger than me myself.
Right.
And I think that comes from also learning from the mistakes of Bo Burnham, I guess, or you know, and like, because that was like a very heavy fucking like theme in a lot of his specials, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and like, you know, at the end of the day, I've always tried to separate and like it's interesting because like on the podcast, right, it is us, you know. I was thinking about this when I was pissing.
Nice.
Because that's where I think.
Cool.
You know, like, what's the difference between us and an actor? An actor pretends to be
somebody else.
We, what in one way or another, pretend to be a version of ourselves that is okay with being filmed, I guess.
Right. Exactly.
That's it.
That's exactly what it is.
Where we understand that like there's this surveillance, there's all this, there's every eyeball that will that ever exists has a potential to look at us.
And I mean, I guess sometimes I think, what happened? How did I progress from the 14-year-old that didn't post anything on the internet to this? And I think I'm the same thing. When I was 14, I knew I couldn't post myself on the internet. And I'm still not really posting myself. I think this is very authentic, but it's also
you'll never have the full story of like us, you know?
Yeah, you're never going to see my anger.
And also you got coerced by your boyfriend.
I did get coerced. I needed you to coerce me because I did want to create things. And I guess
that's the thing.
That was a lot of like my sadness was I wanted to do it, but I knew that I would get made fun of.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you know, there's plenty of people fucking will make fun of us no matter what, you know?
Yeah, we do. And actually, it's one of my favorite parts.
It's funny. Yeah. But like, no, like that's the thing. That's the contract you sign is that a part of you always make sure you always keep a part of yourself. But if you make something, there is going to be a piece of you in that creation. It's just how much you're willing to tone it back or do it. The thing I could never fucking do is like the family style fucking vlogging.
No, dude,
where every second, every fucking, you know, those people are crazy.
Those people are insane, but they probably make crazy money.
That's the thing, because they're selling as much
they're
of themselves.
They're selling their fucking soul, literally, to the internet.
Yeah. And then, you know, and that's like another thing that pisses me off when I hear creators that talk about like, oh, we still have to like do our regular jobs. Like, yeah, fucking most of us
we do too. Are you
the alternative is you gotta fucking either like you have to sell so much of yourself that you have nothing left,
right?
Or you just accept that it's a slow climb, you know?
Well, and that actually carries very well into how I was thinking. You know, I watched this video, and everybody should watch this video. Honestly,
yeah,
it's required watching. I watched that video, and I was going, okay, how do I take all this information? Understand the sociology of individuals acting in a group unknowingly. Understand that is going to be any group. It is our audience. It is our audience. It is TikTok. It is the world on the internet.
Yeah.
It's all of those.
Just circles within circles. Yeah.
Yeah. It's communities within communities. How do we as creators take that information and use it to be smart about what we're creating? And I started thinking about what we do, because we find a good guy, we find a bad guy in the stories, and we try really hard not to pile on the bad guy. And people often ask us, why? Because I assume
they're not fucking stupid, and we understand that there's people, you know? Like,
I couldn't go to sleep at night if we harassed a person. Even if they were a shitty person. I would not be able to sleep if I knew that, because that's our audience went and harassed them.
And that's the thing, right? Is like, we knowingly signed up to do this. Well, people who like,
I realized that this space is for victims.
Yeah.
This space is basically just for victims. It's like, you come here, you say your story about what happened to you, and we give you our genuine response. We've even gone through some where we realize we can't say them on here because we don't want the listener to get dogged on.
Yeah.
And we just don't put them in the thing. But we're here to tell you the validation that you are not going to hear in your life from the people around you.
Yeah.
This is a space for you to get out your emotions, which we've helped previous people do. And also for you to like share a wacky fucking story with people that are going to like, you know, I guess that's like, we personally don't want to make fun of people. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah. I think like,
even though we like it.
No. Yeah, we do. No, I mean, like, I like making fun of people I perceive as bad.
Yeah.
And I try to have some sort of like, I guess moral or ethical way of like, okay, I'm going to make fun of this person. I'm also going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Because I was even like, because when I go back and edit, because I have to.
There are times
there's plenty of times where I'm like, listen, this person sucks. They need help of some sort.
Yeah, that's usually what we think is like, okay, that this person needs help.
And I also always blame society. I hope I blame society at large much more than individualistic actions.
Right.
And, I mean, and like that's a personal philosophy, and I try to apply it here as much as possible.
Yeah, and that's what we both try to apply,
Yeah.
But it's also like, I think about the dog piles. Every person who dog piles on these individuals think that they're punching up. You know what I mean?
But no one ever really knows when
they end up punching down because they're part of a group,
a much
lynching.
larger group. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like I try to think about that as much as I can.
Right.
The idea that, I am not an individual anymore,
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, because like I watch the group and I'm like, what the fuck, guys,
Right.
And I don't engage as much as as much as other people do, I guess, because I'm like,
I always think that if somebody writes in, they're only telling a story from their point of view.
Yeah.
Does that mean that I'm not going to back them up in whatever they're feeling? No, because I think about this on like a scale of you're having an argument with somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody hurt somebody else in a relationship and you're having an argument. One person, both of your truth is correct, but both of your feelings are valid.
I mean, yeah, because at the end of the day,
whoever started the problem, regardless of how egregious the problem is, there is a gray area most of the time, unless it's like murder or cheating or rape or something.
Yeah, like a very obvious, like we as a society, as much as we critique society, have somewhat agreed for some of these values to be kind of understandable.
Right.
Murder bad, cheating bad, being
rape
an asshole, rape bad, yeah.
Being an asshole is bad.
Yeah.
But it's like, in this situation where there is conflict, because you can't really go through life without having conflict.
Oh, no, of course not.
And especially in a world this big,
Yeah.
There is conflict. The person that started the conflict is going to have a feeling on why they started the conflict. And the person on the receiving end is obviously going to have feelings. Both of those feelings are valid.
Yeah.
So if somebody says to me, my boyfriend is an asshole and he did this and this and this, and they're exaggerating, I don't care. I don't care, because that person hurt enough to write into a podcast.
You're not wrong. Yeah, like fucking.
So we're going to be here and say, yeah, that guy was an asshole.
Yeah, and fucking it.
And then hopefully they can move on with their goddamn life and, move on.
Yeah. And
that's the healthy thing to do.
Yeah.
That's why people talk to their friends about these situations, but not everybody has friends they can talk to.
Yeah.
So now I that's sort of how I've recontextualized this podcast in my mind. To not just be like, I don't want to just dogpile on people. I want to help people.
Yeah. I get that. And I want to make fart jokes. So.
All right. Yeah. Let's fucking. Yeah.
But no, I get it. No. Yeah. I mean, it's always nice to help people, you know? That being said, I don't know any of you fuckers. So,
yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind, bitches.
And I'm not a therapist.
Yeah, we're not therapists at all
legal
either.
Advisors or financial fiduciaries. That being said, you should buy APWSTR coin. And
I swear to God, if we got into Bitcoin. But then that was the other thing I was thinking. That's why we're never going to do brand deals, really.
Oh, no, fuck no.
Like, we really aren't.
Oh, my God.
It's going to just be like we're going to subsist on Patreon and coffees and merch.
No, and whatever advertisement Google puts on, that's as far as I'm willing to go. I don't want, like, I don't know.
I don't know if I'm going to do the, buy this
I'm not going to say words out of our, I'm not going to fucking, I'm not, I'm not going to fucking, anymore do the thing of like, I don't want it to come out of my mouth. I want you guys to know how obvious it is that it's like a fucking thing. Unless like it's a brand deal where we like made a movie and Universal wants us to talk about it, you know?
Like if we make a product and we're selling a product, that's
like,
a different thing. I kind of
get like, like Big Joel does the Nebula, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I think that shit's cool.
Yeah, I think that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
VPNs can go fuck themselves.
VPNs, raids, Shadow Legends. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
And fuck off.
Fuck off, man.
And if you ever send us a stupid fucking email ever again, if anyone tries to buy out a fucking portion of this podcast, I want you all to burn in hell. I'm sorry. Listen.
No, and that's what stops this from being a straight up business and makes it into being like a PBS.
Yeah, fucking yeah. We live only on the donations.
Yeah.
And what
from viewers like you.
It's donations and advertisements, but advertisements that we don't have to, fucking PBS Kids has, ads, but like they don't put in the, Arthur doesn't hold a Tampax and like fucking
right, like Tampax is the best for when your period is.
Yeah. I say that knowing fully well they probably have, but
most likely, yeah.
But I don't want to fucking do that. That shit's stupid.
Yeah. No, and that's not what this show is about, because the show is about helping
people. Yeah. Now the Dave Matthews podcast.
Now the things that we haven't been doing great, we have been using gaslighting and narcissists just kind of willy-nilly.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
And we should stop doing that.
True.
Because honestly, it hurts people like me who have been through like legitimate narcissist abuse, especially people that don't know about it.
True.
That haven't Googled it yet, because now they're just being bogged down with what do these words mean at all.
I get it. Yeah. And I know I have that problem too. Like, I know for sure.
I mean, how can you be blamed? Everybody does it on the internet.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know.
A narcissist doesn't just mean a bad guy. Gaslighting doesn't just mean lying.
Yeah.
Love bombing doesn't just mean like they say that they like you to get you in their pants. It's these are very specific things done by very specific types of people.
And I don't know. That's why I try to use a lot more vague language. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I started just using more neutral lange than saying gaslighting.
Ironically, the word bitch is one of those.
Yeah. Sometimes you're being a bitch.
You're
all right?
being a bitch, yeah.
You can get off of your fucking Apple reviews.
This is the 2-week saga. Now we're dogpiling on that person. I apologize, but like,
I'll dogpile.
No. But no, like fucking don't again, never fucking seek out anything.
Never seek out anyone that we're talking about at all.
Yeah.
Ever.
God. No.
And if you see a bunch of people dogging on one person,
don't fucking join in.
No.
Be like, that's crazy, and then turn off the phone.
Yeah.
And go for a walk. There's touch fucking grass, guys.
Yeah, in
a pandemic, but I mean, still.
Well, I guess for the larger scale of things, it made me think how the internet is more of like a worldwide west,
Yeah.
Like it's just like a wild west of things.
Yeah.
That happen.
Is it a Wild West or a Worldwide West?
I know. Worldwide West. World Wide Web. It's a Wild West.
It's a Wild West.
There aren't any laws on the internet, really.
And whatever laws are there are poorly applied, and no one really has
because they're new.
Yeah, they're new.
They're new laws.
Yeah.
We don't know how to like enforce anything on the internet.
We don't know how to enforce anything, and then like the shit that we do enforce actually somewhat hurts other people.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't, nothing good.
It's very difficult. It's like open waters, There's no like, what's the jurisdiction?
When you have to, like, I don't want to do the fucking, it's like when it comes down to private corporations,
right,
having more of a say, it's fucking not great.
It shouldn't be like that. Yeah. But it's like, we don't know what the cultural manners that we need to have for each other on the internet are.
Yeah.
We don't know how to socialize our children to grow up to be on the internet yet.
And actually be like...
Right.
Yeah. Huh. Which is wild.
I mean,
yeah, because like, we're the first generation to have it like from day one.
Right. Like we opened the floodgates. There's no closing the floodgates.
Yeah, Pandora's box has been opened.
Yeah. So we have
It's going to take a catastrophe, a horrible world-ending event almost.
Like, it's going to take people raising their children to say, be nice on the internet.
Yeah.
And don't make fun of people.
Yeah.
Don't post somebody without their consent.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Don't, like, if somebody's making fun of somebody else, and you think it's not right, then you have to, like, report them.
Yeah.
Like, you have to teach these, like, very specific things.
That you don't do in real life, because in real life, we're not trained to do it.
Because why would you? You're just walking down the street. Some guy's getting beat up.
But then again, there's the anonymity. There's the you're anonymous on the internet to an extent. There's there's a disconnect between you and the other person, and it's a screen that doesn't feel anything. It just buzzes.
Right. But then that's how you you have like your 13-year-old growing up, and he's saying the N-word because he heard it on Xbox Live. Yeah.
Jesus. What a hell world.
Right. And it's interesting to see us scramble to try to make these laws of Yeah, nobody should say the N-word. Nobody should say these slurs, but who gets to say the slurs? This guy gets to say the slurs, then that's fine. But then what are the kids still going to hear? Why? I'm not going to, fucking censor myself for some fucking kid. His parents need to be there to fucking tell him not to say that. And it's like, this is just really interesting. I'm not trying to pass any judgment on anything that I'm talking about. Yeah. Because I don't know. Fuck, I don't know.
I dropped out of college.
Right.
You guys can figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you guys should go to college and figure it out for me.
How do you fucking Sarah Zed will do it?
Yeah, Sarah Zed will do it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Sarah Zed.
Thank you.
Call us. We want to talk about more about your video more.
I want to make a Sarah Zed and Sarah O.
Sarah Zed and Sarah O video. We are open.
You can call me. It can be
business
called
emails, and it's in the YouTube.
It can either be called Zoe if you want to be billed first, or Oz.
The essay of Oz.
If you don't care.
The essay of Oz sounds cool, though.
I don't care.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. If I don't have to be first, I don't care.
Speaking of the internet,
you want to do the ad? Fuck it, why not?
Let's do the ad read. Fuck it.
Okay, fuck it.
Fuck it. Whoa, root beer, Josh. Hi, everyone. That exploded everywhere. Just like you're gonna explode when you hear about all the ways you can support the podcast.
They're gonna explode?
Enjoy. Come.
Tell me more.
Hey, are you liking what you're watching so far? If you're watching on YouTube, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that MF and bell.
Those motherfucking bells.
And if you're on Spotify or Apple, why are you on Spotify? But if you're on Spotify and Apple, you should rate us 5 stars.
It should.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see any of that 4-star shit. I don't want to see it.
I want to see it.
Only 5 stars.
Only 5 stars.
All right? Gabagool.
Gabagool.
All right? 5 stars.
You come to this on the day of my daughter's wedding.
We got a fucking understanding here. Okay.
But yeah, that's so you can help us out in the algorithm. Bring us up a little bit.
Please, dear God.
Yeah. If you want to support the podcast, fucking financially, consider donating through Patreon at patreon.com/APWSTR, and you can do a monthly donation. It's only about $1, nothing too big,
Yep.
But if like 1% of our TikTok following gave us that, we'd have $400 a month from $1.
That's pretty nice.
$300 after fees, though.
Still.
That's still nice, yeah.
That's like a bill we don't have to pay, so that's nice.
And that'll help keep the show running.
Yeah, keep the lights on.
Yeah, keep those GD lights on. Tax season.
Yeah.
If you want to support us with a one-time donation and don't want any of the exclusive Patreon perks such as ad-free episodes, so you don't have to listen to this bullshit.
Yeah.
And fucking, what's it called?
Getting it early?
Getting it early, yeah. And sometimes Wordle.
Sometimes we have a Wordle segment. We're also gonna do this fucking this side podcast now,
and then you guys will have much earlier access to it because we're gonna record like a bunch of them before we start releasing. So
yeah, so you'll be able to binge that.
You'll get it maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before.
If you're very excited about watching us listen to every Dave Matthews song ever,
and discussing it.
Then you go ahead, baby.
Patreon. If you don't want that for some reason, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/APWSTR. Coffees are only about $3, and we'll say whatever you have to say as long as it's not racist or homophobic or just bad in general or transphobic. Yeah.
Evil, yeah.
Those are the ways you can support us financially, non-financially. Thank you for watching.
I will read like, "Mwahahaha, I'm an evil man." I will read that.
You'll read that?
But like not like anything else.
I'll read, "I hate Josh and Sarah so much," and I'll be like, haha, you gave us $3 to say that.
Yeah, I don't mind if you do that either.
And then once I get that one, I'm going to check the little box that says they also have to cover the card processing fees.
But just on those ones.
Just on those ones.
Everybody else will cover your card processing.
Yeah, I'll cover your card fee. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But yeah, that's the ad break.
Yeah, that's fucking it.
Back to the show.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Yeah, Sarah brought us back.
I did it.
Actually, I think after I edited it so that way you would be the first one back on the last week's ad read. So.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I should do it every time.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
You want to do listener stories?
Yeah.
Is it time to find a good guy and a bad guy?
Literally, let's all dogpile on some people.
Don't do that. Don't, guys. How can you do that on these people you literally can't find? Don't give me a fucking aneurysm, guys. I swear to God.
I mean, they can't find any of these people. This is
I hope so.
Personal stories.
Yeah.
If you hear one of these and you go, "Oh, I know who that is. That's fucking Greg," and
Don't
then you
fucking do
harass
it.
Greg,
You fuck off.
That's not our problem anymore. You're just insane.
Here's the dick. Yeah. All right, but yeah, Sarah, you take it away, Sarah.
Okay, are you ready? Are you fucking ready, Josh?
So ready.
Josh, are you fucking ready?
Yeah, that root beer is fucking too cold. Let's go.
You're too cold.
Wow.
Gotcha. This is from anonymous she, her.
All right.
Am I the asshole for being anxious around my girlfriend?
Ooh, okay.
I, 25 female, have been with my 26 female partner for about 6 months, and I get so anxious around her, in a bad way.
Okay.
When we started dating, I tried to be upfront and honest with her, and told her that I was very independent and have a lot of commitment issues due to problems with past relationships. I have been working on trusting and opening up to people, but still value my time alone and independence. We agreed that we would go slow in our relationship because of this, and the fact that this was her first ever relationship with a woman.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
6 months in, and I feel like we're moving way too fast. I was moving apartments around the 3-month mark of our relationship, and before I had signed a lease, she asked if I would want to move in with her. I told her it was too soon, but we could talk about it later. She took that as I would move in when my lease at my current place is up. Weird.
That's a little weird. That is a little weird. Yeah.
That's a little fucking weird. She has told me on more than one occasion that I'm it for her and that I'm the only one she wants to be with. If I'm quiet for too long, or if I don't want to hold her hand for a couple of minutes, she will ask if I'm happy and if I quote unquote still want to be with her. I'm not a very physical person, but she expresses her love in a very physical way, so she feels like she has to be touching me at all times.
Oh, okay.
For the most part, this is fine, but there have been a couple times where I just don't want to be touched, and she has gotten very upset and asking me why I don't want her to touch me. It's nothing against her, I just don't like being touched all the time. I can usually make her feel better by opting to hold her hand, but she will still pout because she's not touching my back or arm or whatever she wanted to be holding at that moment. Every slight facial expression worries her, and I'm constantly having to reassure her that I want to spend time with her. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells when I'm with her, and if I'm not constantly smiling or telling her I love her, she will get upset. That's
not great. No.
That's not awesome.
No.
I've tried telling her about how I feel about us moving too fast, or about I don't express love as outwardly as she does, to very little help.
Okay.
Each time I've brought it up, she's gotten very upset to the point of tears, afraid that I'm going to break up with her right then.
That's a little...
The conversations don't go much further than that, because I switched to consoling her instead of being able to talk about my feelings. Yeah, it's bad.
That's bad. Yeah, that is bad.
I've told her several times that I want us both to be honest with each other and tell each other how we're feeling, but I don't feel like I can do that because I know she will react badly. I'm also afraid that I'm feeling this way because of my own commitment issues and that my anxiety about the relationship will pass with more time. I'm honestly not sure if I am making problems up in my head or if we're just not compatible with each other because of the communication issues. But is it because of my own issues, or are we just too different? Am I wrong to be feeling this anxious around her? No.
No, yeah, you're not wrong to feel
That's
anything,
your body telling you
something's
up.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't go... Because I don't want to go so far and say the other person's shitty.
No.
But they're definitely, there's something going on. I think there's just a fundamental incompatibility.
I think the problem is, you admittedly have commitment issues. I don't see them coming into play with this because I see you trying to work with this relationship.
Commitment issues would be things are going smoothly, but then there's a little itch in the back of your head of I don't want to, can't tame this horse.
Yeah, exactly.
But fucking no, I don't think.
I don't think your commitment issues are coming into play here, but I think that she seems very, very insecure.
Yeah.
And you're not reciprocating love in the way that she wants, which I mean, is an incompatibility. You guys are incompatible in that point.
Yes. Yeah.
It is something that you could work through if you were somebody who, wanted to do that, and if she was somebody who would let you fail as you work on it, Because working on stuff means that you don't do it perfect every time, and the other person goes, I know you're working on it, but I see that you're
working on it, and I appreciate
and
that.
I feel better. Yeah. That means you both work together. It's not like I demand you to be that way, and if you're not like that, I'm
not like
gonna
that
cry.
by 5 o'clock. If I don't have pictures of Spider-Man by 5 o'clock,
you're getting fired.
Yeah, you can't be a fucking,
That's not how that works at all. That's not how a relationship works.
It shouldn't. Yeah, fucking.
She just needs help, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You can't. The help that you can't give her, and fucking. I mean, yeah, and you need to be in a relationship with somebody that's going to take their time, and she needs a therapist, and also somebody who is very affectionate and very touchy,
and also, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I will say, like in our relationship, I feel like we can go weeks where we don't. Not weeks, but like days where we don't touch each other.
Yeah, I get that.
Like we don't really cuddle on the couch like during the day. We cuddle every night, but we don't
of course.
We don't like spend all day 24/7 like cuddling and shit.
No, yeah.
What couples do that? You know?
I get
It's fucking weird. But I feel comfortable not doing that. And you feel comfortable not doing that.
I get that. I also won't lie. I feel like the couch that we have isn't great for
it. Fucking sucks, yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like like when we were at my old place, we would like try and we would still have like a little bit of a barrier between us, but we'd still try to like lean towards each other.
Yeah, we would try to do that, but it's like it's not something that we need to do.
Yeah, because I feel
because we would have made it happen.
Yeah, and I feel comfortable just being in the room with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's for us, it's not gonna be for everybody.
Yeah, we know how to deal with like quality time. I don't know whose love language is quality time at this point, but
everyone with their phones and their attention spans. No, I mean, it's just
like the love language.
Yeah,
it's her love language is physical touch.
Yeah,
but also like with physical touch, you can't like force somebody to physically touch you.
Jesus, that would not make me comfortable.
That struck me as really weird because I'm like, I would be like, at some point, I would probably blow up and be like, do you feel entitled to my body?
Yeah, that's the thing, like I feel like some people just don't have that, like, I want to have my body to myself,
Yeah.
Sometimes at least,
Yeah, that's definitely sometimes you don't want to be touched, I think, as a person. And I think that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But she does need to understand that and not take it as a sign of you want to break up with her.
No, of course not.
But that could be her being a shitty person, or it could be her
insecurities.
Yeah.
Either way, I think she's gonna have to work on it on her own terms and on her own way. Yeah,
you have to sit her down and be like, bro,
listen,
this is crazy.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
There's only so much I can do. Mm-hmm. You're gonna need the help from someone else.
Yeah. And I want to make this work.
Yeah.
Or you could just leave.
Or you could just leave.
Yeah.
There is a door, and you can walk through it if you wanted to.
It's a little wild that she wants to move in that fast, too.
That's a little weird. I don't know.
3 months in? But I mean, it's a lesbian relationship. That's the first thing I saw. I was like...
What about lesbians does that make that?
It's a stereotype.
Damn, Sarah. Jesus.
It is a stereotype.
I didn't know about the stereotype.
Really? You never heard of U-Haul lesbians?
That sounds familiar, but also I don't think.
When two girls start dating for the first time and they immediately get a U-Haul and they move in together like within weeks.
Oh shit.
It happens, yeah. I wonder if maybe that's something that she's done. I don't know.
Maybe.
And that's why she's used to it. Or no, because this is her first relationship.
One, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, but it is a stereotype to be aware of for sure.
I get you.
I mean, that's something that like nobody can tell you is too soon or too late. But if you don't want to do it, then it's too soon.
Yeah. So yeah, don't fucking do something that you're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
But not the asshole.
No,
there's not really an asshole here. I feel like.
No, I just advice.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Solved it.
Fucking solved it.
Yeah. Put that mug away. We gotta clap every time we solve something. Not clap. High five. That's what it is.
Hand slap.
Hand slap. Dude, can you imagine every time we solve something, we were like, go us. We did it. We fucking did it.
The most self-serving podcast in the world.
I mean, listen, every podcast is self-serving. Let's not pretend here.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Every single one. Every
single one.
Wait, don't tell me.
Yeah, are you fucking kidding me?
The most self-serving. I just saw that one. That's just on the front page of some bullshit. I don't fucking know. I have no hate towards that.
I fucking love Wait, Don't Tell Me.
I want to get into it, but I don't have the time for it. I don't listen to podcasts as much as I used to.
Have you ever listened to it?
I think I might. I don't remember, honestly.
It's just a nice game show, man. I fuck with it.
So, this next story comes to us from Anonymous. They, them.
Oh, fuck.
I have to keep the story vague, but I'll try to be as concise as possible. I live across the country myself, which is semi-related to the story.
Okay.
A few years ago, a casual friend of mine, Tori, fake name, moved across the country to be with her girlfriend, Glinda, and to live in a situation where she could transition safely.
Nice.
She was also surrounded by friends who could help her get on her feet. I had a falling out with the head B of that friend group over something stupid, so I was disconnected from that line of information and that friend group. But I was glad she had a support system for herself because they're all good people.
Sweet.
So on to the present day. I had dropped off the face of the earth for a few years, but I came back and reconnected with Tori. Now, we're not super close friends, but she's still someone I care about. And when I came back, her and her girlfriend were in a bad place, living with someone they despised. Glinda was without a job, Tori was bouncing from job to job, and they were having to ask for thousands of dollars every other week on Twitter to pay for rent and bills.
What the fuck?
Things are really hard for a lot of people, so I try to help when I can and spread the word sometimes. But then I started to get a weird feeling.
Oh, no.
They were asking for a lot of money, an awful lot. And of course, I feel guilty for doubting not only my friend, but two fellow marginalized people in a bad situation.
Yeah, but it is like... What's
That's
your
where
rent,
the
hun?
twist comes in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Recently, I spread the word that they needed some money, and an old friend of mine, let's call him Thomas, came to me to let me know that they're well-known grifters in the local queer community.
Oh,
that my friend Tori
shit.
seems to have been totally isolated and is probably fine, but that her girlfriend's actions have totally disconnected them from the rest of the queer community in an area that is notorious for having a supportive community.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's like
nobody's rent is $5,000 a month, and that's the only place they
went
can
to
live.
Someplace crazy, yeah,
unless they're like living in Beverly Hills or
in
something,
the fucking penthouse, you know.
Yeah,
what
but
I mean?
then it's like move somewhere else.
Move somewhere cheaper,
Yeah.
Thomas told me that back when they had been living with that old friend group, Glinda had been impossible to live with, refused to even try to get a job, and relied on donations and Tori's meager earnings.
Whoa.
Then it all kind of clicked why Tori suddenly didn't seem to have any friends anymore, why their people asking for money always kind of made me feel weird, but also guilty. I guess I need advice. I trust the information Thomas gave me. He's closer to everyone up there, and he's got a good head on his shoulder. I also feel that Tori is just tied to a person who isn't necessarily abusive, but is maybe bad for her. I also know that if she leaves, she'll be in a really bad place. She has no family and now no friends she can fall back on. Like I said, we're not super close, and I live clear on the other side of the country. Is there even anything I can do?
Just leave the communication lines open, honestly.
Yep, that's
I mean, yeah, that's the classic thing that we always say here is
leave the line open, you know, fucking
just in case they are in a spot and they need help, and then
and if there's
help.
a way that they could go across the country, because I mean, I don't want to jump to who the partner of your friend is being abusive. But
sounds like a shitty person.
Sounds like a pretty shitty person.
But you don't really know that much information.
You don't know that much information, which then we don't know much information.
Right. Yeah, we know less now. But if you don't know if Tori knows about this, most likely she does. Or if they Tori, I'm just gonna say that. I don't know if Tori is a she. You don't know if Tori knows about it or if they're okay with it.
That's the thing.
They might be the one
running it.
Yeah,
that is true.
Or they might be helping run it. You know, you're not really. You might not really know them anymore. They might have grown to be a different type of person.
I mean, I don't know. I guess there is too many ways that this could go to where it's like you need way more information.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm willing to bet there is some sort of grift going on, 100%.
Yeah.
I just don't know who the players are.
Well, for sure,
it's one of them.
One of them is in there. So I would just not give your money anymore. TBA.
Yeah, don't give your money. But then again, I wouldn't want to put blame because, don't flip a coin and try to blame.
Say call it.
Yeah, don't call it.
Yeah. No. Just leave your communication lines open. Don't block them or anything. but just don't give your money to that situation anymore and just hope that
something good happens, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, listen, it's scary when somebody moves all the way across the country or whatever, but like, even if Tori is by themselves,
yeah,
and it has to get out of that abusive situation, there's always a chance that, you know, they could get back on their feet again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like hopeless, but it would be nice. It would be better for them. It's a better chance of survival for them if they have a lifeline with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not something to get really pissed off about unless you like gave them like $5,000.
Unless you gave like the life savings. Yeah. But I hope you didn't do that. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not a good business decision, actually. But no, yeah. I mean, as long as you're not too hurt and you gave what you could, but not like to where you're gonna die, you know?
Just let that be the asshole tax and, you know.
Yeah. You know, fucking, yeah. I'm sorry, though.
That's fucking crazy,
wild.
though. That's insane.
A fucking grifting group. Fucking.
Because nobody sees that and thinks, oh, it's a grift, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah,
you know?
Think to
like
do
fucking.
that.
I don't know. But then again, like, one of the wonderful things about the internet is you just gotta put up a GoFundMe and
people will just give you money.
Remember when fucking what's it called? GoFundMe was like people would just promise crazy things and then never deliver.
I did
like
a couple
that was
of those,
play for like at least 3 years.
Or fucking what was that? What was that other one? Kickstarter?
Yeah, Kickstarter was like the worst one. Yeah, but that was also the biggest one. So yeah. But yeah, no, yeah, fucking. I'm sorry.
I did the Charlie the Unicorn Kickstarter for the movie, and I got updates I think for 3 years, and then they stopped. And I keep watching Cow Films, the animation channel that does Charlie the Unicorn.
Film Cow.
Yeah. And fucking nothing. Wow. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it came out and I just didn't get the email.
Yeah.
But I was supposed to get that movie like before it came out. I just never did.
Womp.
There goes
Leave a comment down below about how badly Sarah got scammed.
There goes my $10.
That $10 could have been $9, Sarah, in your pocket.
And what's funny is it was $10 when I was like 14. So
it's like $100.
Yeah.
Fuck.
An Obama era $10.
Holy shit. Back when $10 meant something.
Yeah, right.
You could buy a whole tank of gas.
One whole tank.
Now you can only pay a gallon. You can only get a gallon with $10. I support the trucker convoy is what I'm trying to say.
All right. Well, let me...
And sarcasm. Continue, sir.
Okay. This is from Anonymous She, Her.
All right.
Hi, guys. I've written before, but this is a totally different topic today. I need advice on how to get over my ex-significant other. My 21 female ex-boyfriend, 21 male, have been broken up since August, and I'm still having a terrible time getting over it.
Was that because of us?
That would be awesome if it was because of us. That'd be crazy.
Fuck, how long have we been doing this for? I don't remember. Oh, no, we weren't popular in August.
No,
Sweet.
not in August.
Ooh.
I don't think we did this in August.
Oh, thank God. Dodged a lawsuit from a angry ex-boyfriend.
That would be crazy, dude. Bro, people fucking writing in, should I break up with my boyfriend? Yes. How do I get over my boyfriend? I found this new guy. What do I do?
Shit. Fuck. Why do our actions have consequences? Okay, sorry.
All right. I won't get into the details of the breakup, but just know it was messy with 4 Ys. Before we started dating, we were really good friends and also co-workers. Yes, I know, bad idea. We dated for over 1.5 years, and that was my longest relationship ever. We had some incompatibilities, but there weren't anything we couldn't work through / compromise on. When we broke up, I was a huge wreck for weeks. He seemed to be fine and frankly aloof about the whole thing, according to our mutual friends. Fast forward to now, and I think I'm starting to feel better, but I can't think of him watch our shows, watch our movies, and listen to our music without crying. I miss him a lot, but I know breaking up was for the best. I just learned tonight that he has a new girlfriend, and it ripped me to pieces once again. Am I being dramatic and ridiculous? Probably. That's why I'm writing into you to get any sort of advice or tips on how to process this properly, because I'm still seriously heartbroken over this guy and I don't know what to do.
I get it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like
oh my God.
I'm willing to bet like fucking I don't know how long it's been since A, that post was given to us, and B,
true.
How many months was it before the boyfriend?
They said 6 months since August.
And then I think they probably said in February. So okay, 6 months they broke up. They find a new partner.
Probably, yeah, it was probably February.
Probably about 6 months, yeah. Okay, so around that time then. Okay.
Yeah.
So my thing is I wouldn't trust your mutual friends. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's like it's like when you're having a bad day, you just tell them you're fine, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, I mean, I don't know what your ex was going through, but I'm going to assume maybe is either hiding it. Cause like, if it's a messy.
Or he's just an asshole.
Or he's an asshole. In which case, you don't need to feel bad for an asshole. You know?
True.
That being said, I definitely get the idea of like, not the idea, but the feeling of like things that you did with someone or music that you listened to during that time period being fucking...
I think that's normal, honestly.
Oh, that's 100% normal. I don't even think that has to apply necessarily to just relationships. I think that can just be like, if you're just down, you don't want to listen to music that reminds you of times that you've been down.
Bro,
you know,
we have music from like years ago that I can't listen to music because it reminds me too much of middle school.
Yeah, high school for me, like literally, and even middle school too. Like,
maybe that's crazy, but I totally get you, fam. I think that's just like,
well, because like
you're going through it because you went through a breakup.
Well, that's the thing about like media, right? That's like the fucking like we all that's art in general, right?
Yeah.
I think there's something very specific about music and especially music and to an extent TV, film, all that shit, because they leave like much deeper feelings. And like music that you listen to during a specific time period, right?
Yeah.
Is going to have much more of a visceral, like, I mean, like think about like the nostalgia of like watching fucking Blue's Clues or something, right?
Right.
Or think about like, if you can remember like the first song you ever listened to, like on an iPhone, you know?
Right.
Like you're going to have these very visceral feelings where I have a song from middle school. It's a Childish Gambino song. It's Kids. And I listened to it like after getting rejected by a girl. And I remember how I felt that day because every time it was a cold day, if I think about that song, I get fucking chills.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like, I think it's a pretty common thing.
I think so too. I don't think
it's like a fucking
anything to beat yourself up about. I think that's a normal thing.
Yeah. Definitely don't beat yourself up for it. I definitely get the idea of, well, not the idea. Again, I keep saying the idea.
It's okay.
I have 15 million words.
Bro, we talk 24/7. It's okay to say the same thing.
So, I mean, yeah, like, I get like feeling those emotions you had when you have those fucking, those come up, you know?
Also, I think 6 months is not that long after a breakup.
Honestly, not really.
No. I mean, you're 21. So, and this is after your first relationship. That's going to hit like the hardest.
Yeah.
The hardest.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially if it's like a serious relationship and you were like full on in love and everything. That's gonna fuck you up, dude.
Yeah.
And so this is a normal amount of time. Just focus on yourself.
Yeah,
Do some hobbies.
Meet new friends.
Pick up something really stupid like crocheting. And just like get really into it. Get into fucking for you, pottery or something. So do something that is not related to him.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to do anything that's related to him and you can just get real into it, get out of your head and realize what you like about yourself and what you like about living.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can be like, oh shit, this is nice. And then you have a cool hobby that the next guy will be like, whoa, you do pottery? I love pottery. And then you can talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can move on from this asshole.
Exactly.
That found a girl after 7 months. That's fucking quick.
That's kind of a quick, yeah.
That's quick as hell for me. But I mean, I
don't know. I mean, that's the other thing I'm trying to think is like in this day and age, a war can happen and end within 3 months. So, I mean,
everything goes by so
too quickly. Yeah.
Honestly, that's my advice to any person listening to this is just
take time to breathe.
Take a little bit of time. Go do some stupid shit because you're born to do stupid shit like journaling.
Ugh.
Fuck that. I don't know. Fuck it. But like,
gross.
We don't want to do that because we're, forced to work and think about war and fuck and then fuck another guy and then be mad at the first guy we fucked, but like fucking then you go to a therapist and you talk about the guys that you fuck and the therapist is like, why don't you ever journal? And you're like, because it's stupid. Because I don't want to journal. But
and then you cut
start
to
journaling and you're like, oh, this is the meaning of life.
So yeah, you just gotta find that thing that means something to you.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Honestly, it's like he might be an asshole. He might not be an asshole. That was the most crushing thing I think I realized in my college years was the people I don't like are going to grow old, get married, have children, die with their family, and be loved. They're going to like live full lives regardless of anything that I can do to them.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's the community has the joke of that's Jimmy Fallon syndrome where you had to deal with him when he sucked.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you have to deal with these assholes when they suck and when they decide that the only facet that they're going to show you is the one where they hate you.
That's the thing. And like, I mean, I guess that's the
and it's like, okay, that's what I have to deal with, but you can go get married to your wife and buy a house and live in love and like laugh and shit.
And I think most people are going to be a Jimmy Fallon to another person. It just sucks when
Everyone.
you're the one. It sucks
when it happens to you.
No matter what, yeah, it's gonna happen to you. Like
Bro,
it happens to everybody, and everyone
Jimmy
does it to
Fallon
everybody.
somebody. Are you kidding me? I've
I've
been an
Jimmy
asshole.
Falloned millions of people through this vessel.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are entire episodes where I've Jimmy Falloned thousands of people.
Millions
eventually.
According to just too many
fucking people.
But I get it. But fucking just gonna take some time. Take whatever time you need.
Write him off.
Yeah, write him off.
You don't need to think of him as a 3-dimensional being. He's not in your life anymore.
Yeah.
He's 2-dimensional.
He's just another figure walking on the street.
He's a cartoon character. He's an evil villain with a twirly mustache who ties up women on railroad tracks. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's it. That's who he is. And, you know.
They're actually Bluto from the hit ride Popeye and Bluto's Bill Trap Barges, actually.
That ride slaps. Go to a theme park.
Go to a theme park.
Theme park.
Watch a bunch of, do what I do and just watch 1,000 videos about the history of theme park rides. Go to themeparkhistory.net, you know, and
he's not joking.
I'm not joking. Go to my YouTube. Josh, show the YouTube search history. Do one fucking edit for your goddamn life, Josh, and show the recommended page, and show that it's the fucking theme park history for Jaws.
Josh sits down every morning, gets on his little laptop. I sit down, and he gives me the controller for the TV, and he says, "What do you want to watch?" And I go, "I don't know. I guess I'll watch YouTube." And I go on YouTube, and I'm bombarded by every video of every roller coaster ride that has ever existed.
Because it's fucking awesome. That's why.
And I go, you know, I don't know.
You're telling me you're not upset that Revenge of the Mummy is fucking closed right now?
I am so upset.
That's what I thought.
Because that's the best roller coaster. I know.
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right.
It's the only one I can go on because I'm too fat.
I don't need to hear this fucking sass about my love for roller coasters and theme parks.
God.
Shining beacons of capitalism, Sarah. Just let me have one. Let me have one. Fucking dumbass Wall Street boys have skyscrapers and I have theme parks, okay? The difference is I can take a picture of Captain America. Cut, print, save. Did it.
Solved it.
Fucking, I feel
Holy
attacked right now.
Shit. Yeah, because I was attacking you. That's why.
Fucking hell.
Hey, gabagool.
Someone's paying for our annual passes, and it's not me.
No, it's gonna be me. Yeah.
Sweet.
It's gonna come out of my tax return.
All right. This next story is not about theme parks, but it is sent in from Luna, she, her.
April 1st, we're just going to do a bunch of stories about theme parks.
You know what?
And if you don't send in any, we're going to write them.
We're going to write stories. We're just going to share stories. We're going to put a campfire behind us, and we're just going to talk about theme parks.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
What if for April Fool's Day, we
write...
March.
We got to plan for this like next week.
Yeah,
Holy
I know.
Fuck.
Yeah, we do.
Fuck.
For April Fool's Day, we write I write yours, you write mine, and we're not allowed to read them until we get here.
Oh, fuck. All right, yeah. And we just have to tell a story about a theme park we once went to.
It doesn't matter what it has to be, what it can be.
I'm gonna make it about theme parks.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this next story comes to us from Luna. She, her.
That's a good name.
That's a good name. Good name.
Good name.
Am I the asshole for telling my partner if they should be quiet if they don't drive? My partner, female 22, and I, female 21,
okay,
have been together for almost 3 years.
Oh.
And they're worried about driving. This is going to be... We have known each other for almost 9 years and dated on and off throughout high school.
Okay.
I've always tried to go out of my way to try and make her feel special, as well as going out of my way to drive her places because she does not have a license.
Okay.
This was never an issue until about 6 months ago. I have never had an issue driving her anywhere. The only thing I get upset about is she is the worst backseat driver I have met in my entire life. No matter what I do, it's like my driving is never good enough, and I feel like I'm being berated in my own car while going out of my way to do something for it. It's always, why did you slow down? You could have made that light, or I'm driving too slow, or other dumb comments like that.
Dumb comments? Whoa. But I mean, they sound kind of dumb. It sounds like, why aren't you driving recklessly?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, you're not wrong. I have never said anything about it until a few days ago when it finally was too much, and I lashed out and said that she should just be quiet because she doesn't even have her permit. So who is she to criticize my driving?
Women telling other women to be quiet is my favorite thing.
She said it was her business to criticize me because it's her safety she's thinking about when she says those things. It's been a couple days now, and she's just sat silently in my car. I feel like the asshole, and I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
I gotta be real with you.
Double down. She doesn't have her fucking license. She should shut the fuck up. Key, shut the fuck up, bitch. God damn. I'm the one that, listen, I know I got my license at 22. All right.
Okay. All right.
I know how fucking hard it is to get your license when you're fucking, you know. I don't know shit about driving now.
Okay.
I did not know shit about driving back then. If she doesn't even have like her learners, she should not be talking. She doesn't even know what the signs mean. You know what I mean?
I get that. I get that. Like, I will say, okay, maybe you're a bit of an asshole for like,
yeah, you're an asshole for lashing out.
That's the assholey thing.
Because you should have just been like, hey, listen, don't do that.
I don't.
Come on, man.
You should have parked the car safely, like we all learned in driving class. If you want to make a taxi, park the car, or you would do it at a stoplight.
I thought this was going to be like she started learning and then started criticizing you because she saw everything that you were doing.
In that case, you know, it would be more cut and dry that like, oh, she's kind of shitty for doing that. And
yeah, it's kind of,
because that's not an issue about driving. That's an issue with her just thinking she runs the fucking place. You know, I mean. Well, that's the thing. That's the difference.
Yeah, that is.
The difference here is like she doesn't know, but it's still like. But then again, like, you know, everyone, critics are like assholes. Yeah. Everyone has one. You know? Like,
exactly.
Fucking, that's not the saying, but whatever.
I need more information. Do other people criticize your driving? Are you a bad driver?
That's the other thing. Okay, are there other people criticizing your driving? One is like maybe they're wrong and stupid.
Right.
Two everyone. 2+ is like you might want to go back and get retest for your license.
Or just like think about try to drive more safely. I guess.
Know you said you're 21, but actually are you like 70 something?
My thing is the thing that she's saying to you is go faster.
That's the weird thing. It's like
which is
not like good advice, you know?
No, it's bad advice.
You do tell me like when I'm like driving too fast and like, hey, stop, you know, like when things get really bad.
That's because I get anxiety though.
I mean, yeah, you know, because
But it's like also driver. Like no, you're not a bad driver. Honestly, I mean, when I met you, everybody was like, he's a bad driver. He's a bad driver. It really is just your car's brakes that suck ass.
They kind of do. Yeah.
Because when I learned to drive, I thought you were just a bad driver because I didn't know shit about cars. And then I learned to drive, and then I drove your car one time, and I was like, oh my God, this is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
his brakes are awful, and that's why he gets into like fender benders almost every time we go on the highway. Yeah.
Not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, no, like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
I still try not to like yell at you. If I'm yelling, it's because somebody might get hurt or something.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's when you should like, there should be a criticism for sure, you know? Well, but like, if it's like, not
sometimes
criticism,
accidents just happen, man.
Sometimes accidents happen, but like, if there is like her safety is on the line, but also the stuff she's saying doesn't really seem like it's for safety. It's more,
unsafe.
Let's get there faster and like fucking, let's just pedal to the metal. It's like, you know, back on theme parks.
Yeah.
It's like she saw the Fast and Furious ride. That piece of shit, and was like, I like this.
Oh, the one where fucking what's his face gets on a helicopter or
that's like
carries a helicopter.
Yeah, he's holding the fucking
yeah.
We should do a theme park podcast.
We honestly should.
But yeah, they literally fucking a helicopter that's half his size.
Yeah.
And just holds on to the railing of it. Yeah. No one gave a shit about that.
No.
But you should give a shit about, you know, being criticized for your driving, unless of course everyone else is criticizing you, in which case
you know who I think is a fucking genius?
Who?
The guy at Universal, the suit, who was like, all right, we got this Fast and Furious ride. I want to set it. Where am I going to set it? It's got to be in a vehicle, right? Let's put it in a bus.
Okay, you know,
public transportation is what everybody wants.
Real quick,
yeah.
Let's finish the story, and I'm going to tell you about the Fast and Furious, and that'll be a Patreon exclusive.
Okay, yeah, but you know, honestly, I really actually don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah,
because you're the one that drives the fucking car. She should be grateful.
Yeah, she should. But then I'm gonna. God, let me reread these.
I would not be the one.
I really don't want to be like. I don't want to be like. Why did you slow down? You could have made this late, or you're driving too slow. I will say sometimes it is dangerous to drive slowly, especially depending on the situation.
I highly doubt though that you're driving too slow.
That's the thing.
To be unsafe.
I also need to say everything that Sarah and I are saying, take with a grain of salt. We live in Florida.
Yeah, we drive in crazy people town.
We drive in crazy people town.
Yeah.
So literally we are the worst people. You know, the second worst place would be LA. First place is here.
Yeah.
Third is New York because no one knows how to drive there.
Fucking okay. I would say sit her down, apologize maybe for lashing out.
Yeah.
And then say, hey, listen, when you backseat drive, it makes me anxious.
And that causes me
to drive worse.
Yeah.
And I am just worried about my safety. And when I lashed out, that was just me lashing out because I was anxious.
%. That's like the fucking like.
That's the issue.
That's for real. Like the main issue. Yeah. You know.
I mean, unless you don't feel those things, just be honest with your feelings with her.
And
see how she reacts. Because if she goes just be like, oh, you're a little baby, and I'm dumping you right now because you're being a little baby. You're welcome for driving. You're welcome for all the times I drove your ass everywhere.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that though. Yeah.
She should shut the fuck up though.
A little bit, just a little bit. That means that I don't want to dogpile too much, but like fucking, I don't know.
Dogpile
again. If everyone else is like saying that you're bad at driving, then you might want to start thinking.
Yeah, we don't really know that much information.
Yeah, but I guess kind of the asshole for lashing out.
A little bit.
At least that, you
but
know?
we understand why.
I get it, yeah. I'm not going to invalidate the feelings.
If you don't have a license, why the fuck are you commenting on anyone else's driving?
I honestly don't know.
And if you feel so unsafe with somebody, why do you continuously get in the car with them?
That's the thing, yeah. You could get an Uber, too. Like, there's ways around it, unless, of course, you don't have the money.
Yeah, I mean,
you probably don't have and there's, you know, this speaks to a larger issue that there's no good public transportation.
Yeah, it does.
And we should have fucking trains every fucking where, every goddamn day. There should be more buses. I'm fucking angry about this.
Speaking of buses, tell me about this.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. And cut.
We're back. We just talked for 30 minutes
about 30 minutes about fucking
Universal. All right, this is from Letitia, she, her.
All right.
Am I the asshole? What if it was just that?
We got to figure it out.
Fuck. We got to figure out about your vibes. Am I the asshole? My birthday has always been really special to me. My boyfriend Dave just got a new job, and I was preparing for him to not be with me on the day.
Huh.
I had some friends take me out the night before just in case he was going to be home for my birthday. I really only wanted to spend it with him since we have not gotten that much time together lately. The night out was so much fun. They had a band sing me happy birthday. There were birthday shots and just some fun girl time. The next day he called me while I was at work and told me happy birthday, then asked if he could take me out. I told him I would love that. Then the 20 questions came. Did you behave last night? Did you give your number out? Did anyone hit on you? All no. Then he starts in with, are you talking to other guys? Over and over again in different wording. At this point, I'm getting irritated because this is supposed to be my day.
Exactly, yeah.
He pokes and badgers me more until I raise my voice at him. He then asks me why I'm getting so defensive and tells me I'm guilty. He completely turned the situation on me for being upset because he's pulling bullshit on my day.
Yeah, literally.
I spent the entire night by myself crying and doing nothing but staying home on the night I just wanted to be with him. The next day I texted him, told him he ruined my day and how upset I was. He played dumb and just said, how? It was just a couple questions. I didn't say anything mean. I then went to his house, took all of my things I know he would need on the daily. Fuck yeah. Made him pay for a dog sitter. I usually watch and care for his dogs. Packed up and left. I told him to start treating me better and gave him an ultimatum. Am I the asshole for doing this?
No. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty.
No.
That's kind of.
And you get a free birthday.
And you get a free birthday. Yeah.
You can choose any day this year to have another birthday.
And you just do what you want. Yeah.
Because he took yours.
Yeah. Literally. Fucking.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Shitty boyfriend. Fucking.
He's a piece of shit. What the fuck?
I mean, I don't know. I think. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's really weird to like.
He's
just
obviously
go right on the
very insecure, but also like very misogynist to be like,
who you fucking?
You had to fuck somebody on your birthday celebration night. No, that's not true.
No, not at all.
The hell? What?
Yeah, who the fuck? Did he get confused with like a bachelorette party? Like, oh, I bet you have a bunch of fucking strippers,
right,
with candy shaped dicks.
I mean, I don't know. I guess doing shots, but I'm also like, not really. It's just alcohol.
Just alcohol, yeah. Fucking. I don't know. Like, I'm not. You know me. I'm not a big fan of alcohol, but like, fucking.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't make people just automatically fuck everyone. I'm not 12. You know, like, Jesus.
When you drink the adult juice, you do adult things.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fucking stupid. I'm not.
It's weird.
I don't know.
It's definitely weird to come out and, I mean, does this happen normally?
Oh,
no, you're good.
Fucking, no, yeah, I don't.
Does he do this to you often? Because
if he does this often, you need to run.
Yeah, you need to get out of there.
That's what we call a dangerous person.
Yeah, what the fuck? He's obviously very insecure and does not.
Yeah, no. I mean,
just not secure.
Yeah.
Not a secure man.
So fucking
not secure in his masculinity
I'd probably just bounce, honestly.
Yeah, TBH.
Yeah, no, I have nothing else. It's pretty cut and dry, that one. You're not the asshole.
Unless he changes.
Yeah. Unless he somehow like apologizes like profusely.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, you know, putting someone through those 20 questions of like who you fucking like,
especially on your birthday.
On your fucking birthday.
Don't do that. What the hell?
Of course not. Don't be a dick. Jesus.
I would be like, are you fucking anyone? Like,
yeah,
it sounds like projecting
a little bit. Yeah, I want to be like, oh, what do you do on your birthday?
Yeah, it's like,
goes out, just buys a bunch of like fucking.
Do you go out and fuck on your birthday? Like, what?
Goes out to the club, gets wasted and just fucks anyone that walks by.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Whoa, what do you expect happens on birthdays, man?
Some people just get cake.
12-year-olds, yeah. 12-year-olds just get cake.
God. So yeah, not the asshole. That's really that's a open shut.
Yeah, that's open shut. That guy's just a dick.
God.
Can I tell a quick story one time?
Yes.
Okay. This was orientation at Florida State University.
Ooh.
I'm an incoming freshman.
All right.
We have to meet with an advisor. The advisor, for some reason, meets with like me and 4 other people at the same time.
That's about right.
It's fucking weird. But we're all sitting in a circle in an office at a Florida State.
In a trust circle, yeah.
At like an office. like a business office.
Someone's sitting on the desk, but they're cool about it because they're not at the chair. They're on the desk.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. And then they go, all right, let's do introductions. And they make us do introductions. By the way, this is like the 25th time I've done introductions this day because I've been in like 25 other groups.
Yeah.
And they go, all right, let's do introductions, blah, blah, blah. Say your name, where you're from, and what you like to eat on your birthday.
And someone was like, pussy, right? Like, you know this man?
And they started with me.
Oh.
So I'm the
and
only
you said-
fatty. I'm the only fatty here. So I say cake. You know how, because I'm like, what the fuck else do you eat on your birthday?
Literally, though, yeah.
Like what's the food that you eat on your birthday? I'm like, this is fucking cake.
Easy.
And the lady laughs and goes, ha, yeah, just cake, right? And I'm like,
no.
I mean, other stuff, but cake is the thing.
That's a birthday. it's a celebration.
It's a birthday cake.
Literally.
And then they go around the circle and everyone else says steak. That's it. They don't say anything.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like,
and I'm like,
what the fuck's going on in
just eat
No,
cake.
that's not that's not what
I know,
is.
it's the correct. It was like
That's like you just entered like the fucking bumfuck nowhere in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Where the only thing they do is fucking kill cattle for fun.
Right, cows. I just eat cows all day.
I eat cows all day.
That's all I eat is
All
cows.
day, all night. Go to the Wendy's, go to McDonald's, go to Burger King, go
God.
get myself some steak.
I'm the fucking blue-haired fat liberal coming in like, I like cake.
Oh yeah, I bet you do, you fucking lib, huh?
Oh my God.
I thought you wanted to change the norms, huh? But no.
Why did
fucking
they start
regular.
with me?
I don't know.
Such a fucking. Oh my God. Yeah, but dump your boyfriend. He sucks.
Yeah, bounce.
And have another birthday this year.
Have another birthday.
Sometime. Plan it out. Go big.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Go really big. Like go somewhere. You know. You
Fuck a
get
dude
a
in
free
front of him.
birthday. Go out and fuck a random guy now.
In front of him. Yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed.
You're allowed. Legally, you're allowed to. So, this next story comes to us from Jay. She, her. Hey, I really need your advice. I'm sorry this is so long.
Okay.
My boyfriend, 20 male, and I, 19 female, are trying to move in together. We're both college students and have been together for 1.5 years at this point, but it will be almost 2 years by the time that we move in.
Okay.
We live in Utah, and apartments are expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
We found a couple of roommates to share a 2-bedroom with and got approved. I have just recently started a new job as a host that was supposed to be $14 an hour plus tips. However, there was miscommunication and I was actually making $7.25 with tips, which adds up to $14. Oh, yeah, I get that sucks. I'm sorry.
That fucking sucks.
That's fucking bullshit. They fucked you up.
Yeah, they fucked you actually, probably.
It doesn't really matter because that's still much more than any other restaurant job around here, but I was expecting to have about $200 extra per paycheck. Yeah, I'd be pissed off about that, honestly.
How is that $200 more? That's minimum wage plus tips. What is minimum wage in your in Utah?
Unless like maybe it's
like less
bi-weekly.
than. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe, or maybe it's like one of those server jobs where it's less than minimum wage because they're
I don't.
per hourly. But then if they make tips, then it's more than minimum wage.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Honestly,
Oh shit!
I don't know. Now here's
Damn.
yeah.
That fucking sucks. Okay.
All right. Now here's the issue. My boyfriend is a theater major.
Oh no.
Theater already has the maximum allowed required credit hours and makes students participate in every show held. He's so busy that he can't possibly work 20 hours per week. I thought that with my new job, I'd be able to help with his rent as well, but I can't do that with what I'm actually getting paid. I'm already working 18 hours per week and, as an art major, have a lot of homework as well.
Jesus.
We've already been approved and made plans to move in. I'm confident that I can still pay for my part of the bills, but money would be tight after all their expenses are considered. My stepmom, if you remember me, she's the one in trying to pressure me into buying a house. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
Has mentioned in the past that she would be willing to pay for my part of my bills, but I feel really bad having a handout. Also, we can talk about how they're still pressuring me to buy a house when I can't afford $350 rent.
True.
Wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in dorms for another year, but definitely can't afford to take care of my own the apartment on my own. Dorms are awful, and I have a lot of auditory anxiety triggers due to yelling, crying, screaming that regularly go off because the girls living here are so awful.
Yeah.
Besides that, I'm really excited to move in together. I want my own space, and I'm ready to move on with our relationship. Please give me any advice you have. Thank you.
Take the help from your mom. You are 19 years old.
You should probably take the help.
You need to take the help.
You need to take the help.
I know they're pressuring you.
You're probably...
She's offering help. You need to take it.
And resist the pressure.
Yeah.
It's hard, but you're going to have to... If that's the way to do it, it's probably the way to do it.
You got to do that. Honestly, take any help.
I gotta be... I mean, even if it's not like a 20-hour-a-week job, your boyfriend might be able to find...
less than
something,
anything.
I mean, you know, like, I mean, this comes from my experience. Like, you can probably find an online gig.
That's what I immediately thought about what you do.
Because yeah, technically, I have a minimum. I can do a minimum of 20 hours, right? But if I don't reach that, I can email my job, or like even doing like freelance stuff, you know. Which don't get me wrong, freelance and gig work fucking sucks.
It's terrible.
It's the worst. It's a shitty system. Doesn't work. Need to fix it. Problem is, you still got to make money somehow. Yeah. And that's why the system is still here, is because, you know. Yeah. Anytime that, like, because, like, it also sucks that, like, your partner's not, like, what is it? Yeah. Isn't able or in a position where they can, like, I don't want to say, like, quit school, because don't do that.
No, don't do that.
But there has to be some help.
From somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. Because you're already doing a lot, and you already have your own classes to deal with, plus your job. Yeah. That's like, if you can find something that will pay you more, which honestly you might make $200 extra in tips depending on where you work. I know most hosts that work in like more higher scale areas make like hella fucking bank. That's true. The thing that sucks though is that, like, I don't know where you guys are in Utah. I know here in Orlando, like, it's probably a lot easier to like make tips, because I remember working at Universal and like bartenders made fucking bank. Yeah. But then you go to like the Millers right across the street, and it's not as good, you know?
Yeah, it's literally just so it really like does depend location. On,
yeah. So I mean,
try your job, see if it works out for you. Try to get a job, and once you start hosting, though, you can get a hosting job pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, and then eventually, if you're lucky, you might even be able to like server, you know, shit like that. Yeah. Or like, or even like chef, if you really wanted to, like, because that's at least stable, you know. True. Well, I mean, depends on what you want to do, of course. I don't want to.
Bartending's more stable if you want to get into that. Oh, true. Honestly.
Yeah, bartending. That's where the money is. Alcohol, 100%.
High key, yeah. Like, get into that once you're once you're old enough.
Yeah, I think it depends on your state. I know some states allow you to bartend bar and sell alcohol under 21. Yeah. I don't know how much people utilize that, because
it might be something to look into.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think if you can do bartending, that might be your best bet.
I think probably accept the mom help.
Accept the mom help and resist the pressure of buying a house, because honestly, you're not going to be able to buy a house if you're...
Well, I mean, yeah, of course not. That's out of the question. But like, accept the mom help, and then also like let your boyfriend know about. Can we say the company name, or do you care?
Nah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
If you look up like independent contractor jobs, on like most of the websites, I think you'll be able to find it. Like let me Google the right words.
I can say the competitors though.
I mean, there's companies like, because like it's similar to like the thing. There's a bunch of companies that are like, what they are is they out like Facebook and all the other shit, you know, Facebook, Twitter. They outsource different gigs, quote unquote, to other companies, and then they hire people. It's kind of like being in a temp agency, but sort digitally. Yeah. But yeah, there's like you can go to
Lionbridge.
Lionbridge is one of them, yeah. Like stuff similar to Lionbridge. That'll probably be
basically like you sign up to be a part of the company, and then you sign up for different projects.
And some projects are long term, some of them are short term, but if you just need any little bit, it's something,
any amount of money.
It's good to have in the back pocket.
It's like flexible work hours that you can do online.
That being said, you will be treated as an independent contractor, which means you're going to have to actually pay TurboTax and
you're going to have to like pay your taxes.
You have to pay your own taxes. Yeah. So that's another hassle. I'd look into self-employment taxes if you want to do that. But it's
at least something that he can do that, like, if he has like a laptop or something, he can bring it to
rehearsals or class
and just do it real quick and make like $20.
Yeah, like $10, an hour. Yeah, you know,
and then if he does it for fucking 20 hours a week, he could make like a good chunk of change.
At least like about $800 a month, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, if that helps, it helps. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even like, and again, I advise against it, but like even Uber.
But that takes a lot of time.
That takes a lot of time and energy and takes up your card. So probably actually don't do Uber. Fuck Uber.
Fuck Uber, yeah.
Yeah, no, or not even DoorDash, none of that shit, honestly. Those are all predatory as fuck. Don't do them.
Dude, but I feel you, man. I remember being a goddamn music student and having to work, and it was terrible.
Yeah, back when I was doing film and actually going to school full time, it was a real pain in the ass having an hourly job.
And I worked like next to Valencia too.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was awful. I like had like an actual like office job where I had to go in and clock in and sit down and couldn't have my fucking, whatever.
If you're going to school, definitely make sure you're looking for grants and shit too, because a little bit helps,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's like what I subsist on is loans and grants. That's all I care about.
Yeah, but
anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's the advice is try to accept the help and try to find whatever you can to make yourself independent.
Yeah.
Any little bit helps,
Yeah.
So
don't worry about asking for handouts or whatever. You're 19. Your parents assume
you're gonna need handouts. Yeah.
Fucking take them.
Take them. Solved it.
Tell them that you need it to save up for a house. Oh,
yeah, do it. Yeah, do that. Yeah, baby. We're not financial advisors. We're not lawyers. No, we're not. We're not anything.
Oh, thank you for writing in again, though.
Thank you for writing in again, though.
This is from Anonymous She, They.
Okay.
My partner, 25 male, and I, 24 non-binary, have been together for over a year. We moved in rather quickly. He got me 2 cats for Christmas, and he recently proposed to me. These things were great. Yeah, congrats. All these things were great in the moment, but lately I've been fearing maybe we're not strong enough to last long term.
There's the catch.
He really wants to have his own kids, and I really don't want to give birth. That's a big deal.
Fair enough. Yep, that's a pretty big deal.
I'd rather adopt to raise children, yet he insists on carrying on his bloodline.
Leave.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
If anyone ever mentions anything about bloodlines, that's kind of what we call a red flag.
I would be like, why?
Bloodline is like 10 steps, not 10 steps, sorry, 1 step removed from saying some Aryan shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's what I would think, but maybe I think about the Holocaust too much.
Tell him if he wants to keep the bloodline going, donate a sperm.
Yeah, honestly. So I tell him that if I'm to bear his children, we need to agree on how we are going to discipline our children.
Yeah, that's fair.
He thinks that spanking is okay because his dad did it to him a certain way that he claims, quote unquote, wasn't abusive.
Oh, sure.
And that he, quote unquote, turned out fine, says the man that wants to carry on his bloodline. While I don't think hands should ever be raised to children at all and don't have to be to properly discipline. I told him I wouldn't change my mind about it and that we didn't have to do that, but he insists in certain contexts that it's necessary.
No.
I don't agree with that at all.
I don't agree with that at all. No.
We get into heated arguments every time we discuss parenting and can't compromise. He tells me I'm too emotional while he is unaffected by emotion.
Fucking live.
I turned out fine. Can't access his own emotions.
I gotta tell you, okay, I gotta.
Am I the asshole for refusing to get pregnant by my fiance?
No.
If he doesn't even try to compromise with me about how we will raise our children?
Not at all.
No, in fact, you're saving a child.
You're saving a child's life right now. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Okay,
bro.
All
what?
right, okay. Counter argument. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this?
Josh, I swear to God, are you gonna tell me that there is a case where you can hit a kid?
No.
Okay.
I never got spanked, and fucking I'm right here. Do I shut the case closed? You don't need to inflict physical pain to have a child come out okay. Like, I don't know how else we gotta fucking describe this, guys.
Counter argument. I did get spanked one time, and I'm here, but I am very fucked up. I take escitalopram and I have to go to therapy.
Counter argument.
Yeah.
He said the word bloodlines and he also got spanked. I don't want to say open and shut case, but it's kind of an open and shut case.
Oh.
I think, and I don't want to be the guy that says that's kind of a deal breaker.
No, it legit is. That's like the biggest deal breaker that there is. Listen, we have our opinions on hitting children. We have our opinions on abusing children.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna restate that. We have the correct opinion. The correct opinion that has been proven time and fucking time again by every single fucking, what he would call fucking fake news lib bullshit. All right? I don't need to be the one to tell you maybe putting a gun in front of your kid's face isn't a great idea.
Listen, my dad played Russian roulette with a fucking loaded revolver with me when I was 8 years old, and I turned out fine.
Sir, didn't you tell me that around the age of 8?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
No.
I didn't realize you were telling me that. I thought you were telling me the truth there for a second. I was like,
no, that would be so funny. But isn't that just a statement on my parents that you thought that was real?
I was like, wait, hold on. This man is, all right, now I know you've gotten spanked. And also,
I just think it's funny, a grown man, like, and a little kid. It's
all
like,
right.
He's got like a fucking revolver. He's like, all right. Oh.
I guess not.
I guess
Are
I
you?
won. All right. And then the baby like puts it in his mouth. That's because I'm fucked up in the head.
But no, yeah, no, I am. That's a pretty big issue. And if there's no compromise, it doesn't
matter.
You can't compromise. Yeah. I mean,
go let this guy go find somebody who beats their kids and is willing to just pump out babies that they want to beat the shit out of and fucking let him get married to that person. This is not your person, sadly. This is like severely big issues.
I don't want to go like Mr. Robot right now, but like figure out what the fuck's on that guy's computer. Cause
high key, yeah.
There's no fucking way that there's not a fucking Tor browser just looking for like the most diabolical fucking like,
yeah.
How do I fucking get away with beating up my kids?
I just think it's so funny that he was like, I'm fine. I don't have any emotions.
Bro, you said Bloodline. Let's calm the fuck down. Jesus.
Well, it's the emotions part that gets me.
Yeah.
It's the like, he is untethered by emotions.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I turned out fine. What do you mean I can't hit my kid?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is pretty open and shut. Like, I'm fine. I want to hit a kid.
Yeah, I just wanted to hit a kid.
That's pretty bad.
Jesus.
You should at least agree to hit a kid, you know?
And you should both be arrested. What? Oh, no, I think it's a good idea to go rob this bank. Me too.
Yeah, perfect marriage.
Perfect marriage.
Yeah. I'm not thinking about the fucking
perfect
kid.
Fucking separation when jail. Like, shit.
I'm not thinking about the fucking kid. I'm trying to think about this marriage, all right?
You're trying to save this marriage?
Trying to save this marriage.
I got bad news for you.
You know, some things
don't need to be saved.
Yeah, I guess
I'm sorry, listener, but this is kind of a big deal.
This is a pretty big deal.
This is a pretty big deal, and I would call this a deal breaker.
Yeah,
but that's my opinion. I don't know.
I would too.
I mean, how far are you willing to go to marry this man?
Yeah, like, are you cool with him hitting your kid or something? Because then if you are, then I guess it's fine.
If you're willing to budge on that, I mean, cool. Yeah. You know, but
if you're cool with what this means is, like, you know, you get married. You pump out a kid you didn't want to pump out, right?
Yeah.
So then you already have resentment. You don't even want to pump out this kid, so you have resentment.
Who are you going to put the resentment on? Your husband or the kid?
The kid starts crying because it feels like its mother resents it. And then your dad beats the shit out of it. Are you cool with that?
Are you cool with that? Yes or no?
And then that's up to you, you know?
And then go get an ice cream or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, give that kid a lot of ice cream. He's going to need a lot of ice cream in his life.
Find a way to sleep at night. How about that? That's my response.
I'm sorry this turned into us judging you somehow for having the correct
not your fault.
opinion.
You have the correct opinion. But I just think it's really funny that this guy is just like, I want my flesh and blood so I can beat it.
People really fucking think that.
I know. It's awful.
It's crazy to me.
And I want to make that's the end sarcasm moment. Hitting kids is bad, and I genuinely believe that. And the explainer part.
You know what's funny to me is the people that have gotten hit as children will grow up and be like, I'm fine. And you are a person who has not gotten hit, and they look at you and it's like, really the only thing that they just didn't want to happen is that there are people out there who realize it's okay to not get hit as a child.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's it. It's trauma, like avoiding your own trauma so hard that you're moved to violence against an indefensible being.
Yeah. Literally. That's what makes it fucked up.
It's amazing.
I can't stress,
I think it's a fucking beautiful.
it's so fucked, man.
The human brain is fucking wild that it works like that.
All right, last story. not the asshole. Break up.
Not the asshole. Break up with that guy.
And solved it. Solved child abuse.
Unless you want to watch him beat your kids for the rest of your life.
I mean, we all make decisions.
What's the scenario? What's certain scenario? Like, what's the kid gonna do? Is the kid gonna like?
He's gonna color by the numbers, but get the colors wrong.
I think the only situation where I have a kid and I might be moved to violence is if they rape someone.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Yeah,
I think because that's the
and then
they
I
did
would
a heinous
feel
act.
wrong.
Yeah, you still feel wrong because that's still like lashing out, but like
Though I would feel like
it's rape. Like
I would feel like an Oedipus, like a Greek tragedy at the end of like I did this.
I get it.
My own hands. I am the victim. I am the fucking cause of this scenario.
Yeah, honestly, the more I think about it, there's literally no scenario.
What? Yeah, like
that
what?
like I'd feel good. There's no scenario that like feels right to hit like a kid. Even like the idea of like doing that to me is like no, that's still fucked up.
Because you're putting your hands on his body.
Yeah. You gotta lightly tap the shoulder, grab
like, hey,
whatever's
no.
in the hand, and then move on.
Well,
Use your fucking words,
Well, it depends with children. Like if it's a real little baby and, like say they have a toy and they can't have toys, you have to give them something else.
Yeah, true. But I mean, I guess, there's ways around not hitting a kid.
Yeah, like that's just, that's just being any parent.
Yeah,
that's just having any skill of taking care of a child.
God.
Yeah.
All right. I
that guy's crazy. I don't know.
That's crazy. That's an insane man. Break up with them.
Maybe if you gamble, if you have a kid that you don't want to push out of your body, he'll look at the kid, fall so in love with the kid, he'll be like, I'll never hurt that kid. Maybe. It's like a 1% chance.
Not everything's a beautiful Disney movie, Sarah.
It's not beautiful because she still doesn't want the kid. That's pretty fucked up still.
Can't wait.
But at least I'll have a good dad.
I can't wait to rewatch this and figure out what's getting cut and what's not getting cut. Right before our fucking vacation, too. That's just a nice little extra stressor on my back.
Yeah, this episode is a fucking honker, man.
Fucking hell.
It's pretty wild.
All right, last story. Let's get through it.
Last story.
We're almost at 4 hours of recording.
Holy shit. Okay, and then we gotta do the Wordle, right?
Nah, fuck the Wordle. We're not doing Wordle today. Fuck that. You guys are getting Fast and Furious Supercharged, all right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it's only been like 3 hours. Okay, good.
All
fucking
right.
hell. The point where 3 hours seems like too much. I've really lost my game. What the fuck? I've lost my fucking. I lost my groove. I gotta get my groove back.
You can do that by reading that story.
You're right. So this next story. Reminding me my own podcast when I'm fucking spiraling from tiredness. This next story comes to us.
Yeah.
From Anonymous. She, her.
Nice.
This actually kind of runs this with last story. Am I the asshole for wanting a separation/divorce? I, a polyamorous 32 female, am married to a monogamous 34 male for 8.5 years.
Yeah, there's a pretty big difference there, I think.
Our relationship has always had its ups and downs, but it didn't get bad till we got married and got our own place 5.5 years ago.
Mm.
I also have a 11-year-old, and he has raised as his own since she was 2 and 3. Since we married and moved, I noticed he's had some serious anger issues, anger/rage issues, and everything sets him off. He could trip, drop something, mess up a meal, or my daughter just huffs or sighs and he is having a tantrum, screaming and throwing things. I wasn't as bad as first, but now he puts holes in the walls and doors and treats my daughter like a housemaid. I have had to break up their screaming matches a couple of times a week by getting in his face and making him back down. Since 2019, when I lost my job and became a stay-at-home mom, things are 10 times worse. He never cleans, never helps with anything around the house. I'm disabled, and he knows I need his help. My house looks something like someone's hoarding 80% of the time because of how nasty he lets it get, especially if I go anywhere or get space from him. My recent new partner has witnessed a lot over VC and phone calls in the last 6 months and keeps saying that my husband's behavior is abusive and he is scared for mine and my child's well-being. Since my husband has found out my partner hates him, he has started to throw around transphobic, homophobic comments, jokes, and backhanded comments. My husband knows that I will not stay with someone that is against who I am. We also have not been intimate for 5.5 months because I no longer feel attracted to him or want him to touch me with his new behavior. We agreed on trial separation, but he keeps trying to guilt trip me by saying constantly, I'm giving up on us in our marriage. I'm walking away too easily, and that's not fair, that I prefer plastic over the real thing. His new guilt trip is suddenly sending me relationship TikToks about how in love with me he is, and that he'll never stop fighting. It's been 3 years since he sent me any kind of romantic message or video, so I know it's a ploy. Yeah. There is a lot more he has done, but I've been warning him and threatening divorce for 4 years now. So,
okay.
Am I the asshole? And is this abuse? No and yes, in that order. You're not the asshole, and this is pretty much abuse. I mean, you know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say I'm sorry immediately.
Holy shit!
That is a lot,
honey,
and
you are not safe, honey.
You are not safe, and yeah, separate.
Get your kids out of there.
Get your kid out of there.
He's throwing shit
and punching holes in the wall.
That's bad.
That's not good. And
that's bad.
Yeah, your partner is right. Your partner is 100% right.
Holy shit! I'm so glad you had your partner to tell you.
Yeah, because if we were the only ones telling you, you need a much better support system. If it weren't just
but it's hard. Like when you're in a
100%.
Relationship, especially that deep, it's hard to know.
And again, like
what's abuse and what's not. It is abuse. Yeah,
it is abuse. 100%.
Yeah, no, this is not normal things that normal relationships go through. And he's going insane.
Yes.
But yeah, you need to get out of there ASAP because he just sounds like he's escalating.
And I think Child Protective Services might be a way to. I mean,
if you can care for your kids.
Well, I mean, yeah. But I mean, like.
But you say that you're disabled. I hope that you maybe you can get your partner to come help you. If your partner is
your partner. Hopefully can help. I mean, your partner's already telling you that this is bad, which is good that they're telling you that. Hopefully they'll be able to help in some way.
That sounds sexist as fuck, but if you know a big strong man who can show up and intimidate your husband so you can get all of your shit out of it's better than calling the police and trying to have them do it, because most of the time they're going to be
like, gonna do shit,
whatever, I don't care, fuck you. But that's, I'm friends with a couple of dudes who are tall-ish. They're both I know them, so if they showed up at my house and tried to be intimidating, they wouldn't be intimidating to me. But if I was dating an abusive asshole, 100% I would ask them to show up. Imagine our friend Aaron showing up and being
I would feel judged, but then again, I know
it's
him, so
silly knowing him. But if you don't know him, then
I guess
it could be scary. I guess maybe.
Am I taller than Aaron?
No, Aaron's very tall.
Fuck. Taller than Cameron though, right? About the same height.
No, Cameron's taller.
Fucking god.
I'm sorry.
I guess I would be intimidated because they're taller than me. Yeah.
Well, no, you know them. You know everything about them. You're not gonna get intimidated.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna. But if I didn't know them, I guess I would be intimidated.
Maybe. I don't know.
They're tall, scary men.
But it's fucking.
No. I mean, I get the. I mean, I don't know. You
trying to get the heck out of there, fam.
Get the fuck out of there, please. Get out of there. No ultimatum. No bullshit. No contact. Fucking get out.
Contact someone else to try.
Oh yeah, because then also I guess you are married, so you can take.
Oh yeah.
The child and divorce. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. If you're the mom.
Even though technically, well, I mean, it's his kid from a different relationship.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem, I think. That's one of the problems, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if he's abusing his kid, then yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, fucking get out of there.
Jesus. Then call protective services.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know what the direct course of action is. I don't know what the best one is, but you definitely got to get out of there.
Call a social worker. Fam.
Call a social worker. Yeah. Figure out, what's going on and what the best thing is. I don't know. Yeah. Not the asshole, though.
Get the fuck out of there.
That is an abusive relationship.
Yes.
Cut and dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, he probably needs like mental help.
He does.
For sure.
Yeah. He needs to figure out a way to fucking control his anger.
You can't be throwing shit and breaking shit,
throwing
man.
shit, breaking shit, damaging the house.
Even if he hasn't
know.
thrown anything at you, it's still
it's a slippery slope, you know? Like, I don't know.
It is actually, yeah.
No, it's not. You're not in a good position. It's also a bigot.
Yeah, that's the other, like, that's like
homophobic shit.
Emotionally violent.
Yeah. So, yeah, get out of there.
Get the fuck out of there,
Get the fuck out of there.
I'm fucking sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Fucking solved it.
We did solve it, though. We did solve. That's the rule. That's legally required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember last week when you decided not to end on the depressing one, and I decided I don't give a shit. It's
yeah, because you don't read
5,
yours.
6,
yeah.
7, 8. Fucking 8-1 goes last. 5-1 goes first. The 8th one goes first. And that's the show. Sarah, what do you want to plug?
We're fucking tired.
I'm tired, yeah.
I
gotta still export last week's fucking episode.
You can follow me at SQUINTON271. That's SQUINTON271 on Twitter.
And you can follow me as I jump off a bridge. But before you do that, follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Joshua Chinland, Guy named Dave JC on Twitch. A podcast will save this on Instagram, APWSTR on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. We're available on all the podcast platforms. We're on that YouTube. I'm very tired, and I don't know if we have anything else to plug. Do we have anything else to plug?
No!
I'm very tired, and the thought of having to export another podcast is killing me right now. Oh, God, I gotta wake up at 9 then to make sure it gets uploaded for everybody. And I gotta make the thumbnail. I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
Yeah, let's just leave. How about?
Yeah, let's leave. Bye, everybody.
Bye, see ya.
Peace out. There still has to be an outro, though.
I know.
Yeah. Beanies versus Caps. What do you think? That's not even our outro song. It's just our intro song. Is that even going to be listenable? I don't even know.
This is the outro.
Sarah.
This is the outro.
Alright, hip hop break.
This is the outro. This is the outro, and that
1, 2,
is
3,
it.
4. Yeah, we're leaving the show. We fucked your mama because she is a hoe.